What's going on, everybody? It's PJ along with James, and we are back for week 6 of Essential Guy Talk. And James, good to see you once again.
Good to see you too. I forgot to mute my volume. Hi, buddy.
Right away he turns to me usually, and he's like, PJ's the guy that always has the volume jammed up.
It's good to be back.
I love that you guys can see this right in the middle of our table, because this is what we've been smelling for the last 25 minutes. These beautiful, beautiful pastries, there they are on full display, have been brought by none other than Kimmee Masi. She is the owner of Confections of a Rockstar, located in Asbury Park, New Jersey. She's been down there for over a decade now, right?
Yes.
Kimmee to my left here. So, Kimmee, welcome.
Thank you. So good to be here.
Appreciate having you.
Super excited.
I'm excited. Ever since I knew you were coming in with all of this deliciousness, I've just been counting down the days.
I know.
We're big fans of yours.
Well,
but why don't you tell everybody how long really you've been down in Asbury? Is it over a decade now?
it is. It's August will be 12 years.
12
years.
Holy cow.
Yep.
Do you are you enjoying it down there? You still love Asbury?
Asbury's just Asbury.
Yeah, there's good and bad.
There's good and bad. It's it's charming. It's Asbury.
Yeah.
I love it. You know what though? At the end of the day, I do love it. Like
The parking's the biggest challenge, right?
Yes.
Let people walk, I guess.
People walk. They're not having the scooters back this year, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
Uh-oh. No scooters? Why not?
I don't know.
Too many wrecks?
Too many drunk accidents.
Too many drunken fools?
Yeah, I think you get a DUI for
heard,
that.
But I don't have proof.
You get a BWI,
That,
right?
Yeah, good.
What did you hear, Kimmee?
They're just going to leave it at that. Actually, I think the company just went out of business and they couldn't find another company. So there's a business idea.
There you go. If you
Scooters
guys
for
want to
the
get
berry.
together some scooters and go rent them in Asbury Park, they are in need of a scooter rental company.
I was
Yeah,
just
very
thinking,
much so.
if I had $1 billion, I would do it right now.
Yeah, seriously.
I want to open up a shuttle company.
Smart,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
just shuttle them from the one side of Asbury to
Not
the
even.
other.
We'll bring them in from Bradley Beach
Yeah,
or Neptune.
yeah.
I
Long
got it
Branch,
all.
get them away from Long Branch, bring them in
Maybe.
from Asbury.
Take Tilly.
Yeah, there you
Brilliant.
go. Yep. I
See?
like it. All right, so business idea.
Yeah.
You guys with money out there, if you want to make some coin this summertime, you're going to want to set up a shuttle company. That would be very, very smart. And see Kimmee so she can get her 25% for
Yeah,
the
at
idea.
least. I mean, that's only fair. I gave you the idea.
So we are here with Kimmee Masi, but I do just want to introduce our man over here to the right. We have Drew Noel.
How are you?
Drew is the owner of the Druery in Lawrenceville.
Yep.
Lawrenceville, New Jersey. And he poured us some deliciousness already that we have gotten into. This one's a porter, right? It's a 5%
Ports
porter,
Ahoy, little chocolate vanilla porter.
which goes perfect with
The dessert.
snacks,
Yeah,
right?
I heard cookies and I was like, this is literally called Ports Ahoy for a
Right,
reason.
there we go. Ports Ahoy. That's a great name. So Kimmee saw the porter, and right away she was like, I think we need to collab.
That's awesome.
I could see these gigantic cookies floating in your in your freaking beer. That would be absolutely amazing. So, Kimmee,
PJ.
let's go around the plate and
Let's do that.
get a little chit chat about each one of these. So, first and foremost, it's obvious, but it is absolutely insane. It's huge. This is, tell me about it.
That is the Vintage 77, which is our chocolate chip cookie. It's actually my father's recipe. So that was created in 1977. His name,
And it's still fresh. That's amazing.
yeah, exactly.
1977.
You just have to reheat it.
You just it's 45, 50, 55 years old, 65 years old.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I was born in 70, so no, it's not that old. I'm not there yet.
So
anyway,
your dad had it was a cookie spot, or he did everything?
he had a full bakery. He had two, actually. He opened up two. And, yeah, that was in the 70s. So that's kind of where, I got this great talent. My mom's the writer. My dad's the baker.
Oh, very, very cool. Yeah,
So good
I
reviews.
read up on the about on your website, and it told a little bit about your dad's shop. What was the name of it?
Vincent's Cookie Cupboard, which makes you think it's just cookies.
Yeah, sure.
But it wasn't. It was all baked goods. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So that's where you got your love of sweets and baked goods.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up on it. It was like Body by Sugar my entire life.
Right.
I mean, my entire childhood, I ate pizza and baked goods.
Well, yeah, there you go. It was a tasty childhood.
That's no
my
joke.
goodness.
All right, so then what do we have here?
So that is the strawberry matcha French macaroon. I call it a macaroon. It's actually a macaron, but it sounds
Macaron.
funny coming out of my mouth. So that's the strawberry matcha macaroon. And, you know, I mean, we make all this stuff in-house. I don't have any big equipment. We hand pipe all this stuff, hand form our cookies, weigh them, all that.
Which is why you get up at an ungodly hour in the morning to get this stuff ready for you.
Absolutely.
about
Yeah,
that.
it doesn't just come in and we unpackage it and put it out. We
Right.
make it all.
That's incredible.
Thanks.
I mean, everything you're doing in-house, and
Yeah.
it looks this good.
It does.
It clearly is not something you're rushing through. So
No.
there's a process here.
Listen, you have to love this. If you don't love this, you're done.
Right.
I
Because
mean,
you're going to cut corners. You're
Yep.
not going to use product that is the best quality.
yeah, I
gonna
mean,
rush,
that's
right?
Yeah, exactly.
So-
What is this?
Yes, tell us about that.
Well, that masterpiece
Pop-tart
is the
looking thing.
strawberry Pop Tart.
Is it really called the strawberry Pop-Tart?
Yeah, it's actually called a dirty pop.
A dirty pop.
Dirty
I love
pop.
it.
This looks
Yeah, it is.
fantastic.
It is. It's
And what's it
Yeah,
filled
you have
with?
to-
Yeah,
Strawberry.
what's in that? Strawberry.
Just like strawberry puree,
just
or
like our strawberry jam.
oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
It is. Yeah.
Did I mention I'm on a diet?
You
do
said
say
that every week.
I say it every week.
You said that every week before we've gotten into just
Oh, it
absolutely
looks so
tasty
good, Kimmee.
food.
Yeah, but I don't think those calories count.
No,
right about
they
now,
are.
so
They're
you're good.
These are all sugar-free and fat-free.
I mean,
which
that's
is really
fruits,
cool.
right?
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's just fruit.
yeah,
It's fruit.
your
Strawberry.
daily count.
So then we've got
Brownie.
this massive chocolate brownie.
Sure do. That's your brownie-eyed girl. It's a salted
Brownie-eyed
fudge
girl.
brownie.
Love it.
Further in
Yep.
PJ.
What's
Yeah.
that?
little bit forward, buddy. Look, you're a little shy. You're reach your there. You go.
Yeah, don't short that out.
Don't short it. Everybody's got to be able to see it. Look, all right, so
That
I'll
one
get it
looks
right over.
so chocolatey. It looks like diabetes.
I can see the Wilford Brimley picture coming up. Boom, here. Yeah, have some
you.
diabetes. It feels dense, and it feels like there's just so much going on in there. It's
There
not.
is.
It's not light and airy, and I mean that in the most complimentary
Yeah,
way
yeah,
It's
possible.
totally.
fudgy.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Absolutely.
Totally
are we missing?
delicious.
All right, so this guy here, I'm so intrigued.
Oh, well, that's the sexy, sexy bitch.
Yeah, you could say it.
It's the sexy bitch.
All right, so what's
So-
it filled with?
That is an Italian ricotta cookie that's stuffed with an Italian rainbow cookie. Then it has an almond glaze on top, drizzled with some chocolate, and then another little slice of a Italian rainbow cookie.
my
All those
goodness.
words you said were like tasty
Yeah.
after tasty after
Yeah.
more tasty.
I just heard cookie. Everything she said to me was cookie.
There's not enough
cookie,
room on the
cookie.
plate. I got to put that right there, so I'll keep that right there.
Yeah.
All right, so then we have the souped up version of your
Oh, yeah.
Italian cookie, right?
So that's the ho-ho crumb bun. And the reason it's called ho-ho is because when we first put them out, it was right around Christmas time. And I'm like, you know what? And it did so well. I was like, everybody can ho-ho around all year long. So perfect. It stuck, and we
I
still
mean,
sell
honestly,
it.
it just looks like an Italian cookie made into a crumb bun form, right?
It is.
I mean, the stripes.
But it's, our little
Love it.
twist on it. So, yeah, we do a lot of wedding cakes like those.
Ah.
which
You
is
do?
really cool, yeah.
That's really cool. So when you
Yep.
cut into it, you're seeing that.
Bingo. And they're usually
Brilliant.
semi-naked or naked. Just that's it.
You're saying lots of fun things right
One
now.
more.
Naked or naked.
Naked.
What is this?
What is that?
It almost looks like a monster cookie, but without
Well,
the
it
M&Ms.
is a little bit of a monster cookie. That's the s'mores. So that's got a graham cracker, marshmallows, chocolate, more chocolate.
It's heavy too. I'm not gonna
Oh yeah,
lie.
that thing's massive.
It's
That's-
not like a little dainty cookie.
no, so we have to make things bigger. A lot of places can sell their stuff smaller.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for us. People come in, they want these because it's iconic to the business.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
And I mean, one person could share one cookie
I mean,
if you
you
want
could,
to,
but, like,
why would you do
why
that?
I
bother?
wouldn't. Yeah, totally
Get one
would
of these, and then just split them all, right? So you have like half and half and
Yeah,
half.
I mean, you could.
You could, but
Or
we're
you
just-
He said he was on
buy
a diet.
one
That's
and
that's
come
just
back.
eating one cookie.
Yeah.
Kimmy's
just like-
basically saying, come in and get 5 of the things for yourself,
Yeah,
and then
just put
5
it
of the
in
other things
fridge.
for your buddies to
They're
bring
good.
home.
It'll last.
Who doesn't do that though? Who doesn't go to the bakery if you're getting something for like a family event and
Yeah.
also get something like side piece?
Yeah,
No.
just for you,
Or
right?
is it
Are
just
you
me?
kidding me?
Yeah.
That's your
Listen.
snacker while you're driving home, right?
Okay, so we sell the mini cupcakes, but I
Yes.
can't tell you how many people come in and be like, "Can you cut that in half for me?"
A mini cupcake.
I'm like, "It's
cut
a
in
mini
half.
cupcake.
Just bite it.
Yeah, here's
bite
a
it
knife.
right in
Wow,
half.
Yep. Nope.
Oh
No.
my
Can you
God.
cut it in half?
So I did want to bring up those mini cupcakes because if you go on your website, you see all these amazing looking mini cupcakes, and I've known you for a long time, so you've been pumping those out as long as I've known you.
Yes.
But you strategically didn't bring them today,
No, I sure
right?
didn't.
Because you wanted to let people know, look, I do other things
Yeah.
other than just these cupcakes.
Yes. I mean, people like to say, "Oh, the cupcake place," but we don't do just cupcakes.
Yeah, and you,
We do cakes. We are technically a bakery.
yeah, you're not called Confections of a Rockstar Cupcakes.
That's correct.
You are confections, everything.
Confections of
everything,
Rockstar.
right?
That's right. Yep.
Yes.
I can
Absolutely.
appreciate it with the beard because I was a little worried about it for the show myself.
Whether he was going to get them.
Cupcake. But I do the cheat, you know what I mean? Like I pull off the bottom, flip
then
it
put it
over,
on the
and
top,
do the
make a little
cupcake
sandwich.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
mean, no, I agree with you. So I saved your beard, and you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
See, she's thinking about you.
I
She
will.
was like, you
Appreciate
know what,
that.
2 bearded
But I was thinking
guys,
about yours,
3
too.
bearded guys
Oh
now.
yeah, and I didn't
Smart.
remember that you had a beard either. So,
So there you go. So
Mine's like a quasi bear. It's not like
it's a little more trimmed
I
up than what
trimmed
he's
it
got going on,
slightly.
right? So if you're just joining us, guys, I am here with Kimmee Masi. She is the owner of Confections of a Rockstar.
So good.
Located right in Asbury Park, New Jersey, and she's been there for over a decade. If you guys have been down there, you've seen the pink walls. You've walked past the door and you've seen that the pink walls and the piano on the wall. Is that
but
still
it's
there?
gone.
It's gone.
I renoed the whole place.
You
Really?
did. That's
and I
right.
painted over all those.
Yeah,
signatures.
yeah. That's right.
And
That was
people were so mad.
because that was kind of iconic.
It was, but you know what? I mean, town was getting a little more bougie, so I'm like, you know what? We need to kick it up a notch. Don't get me wrong. I liked coming into 1988 every day.
Right.
But I felt like, you know, with the way the town was going, it was time to really kind of kick it up. And
Yep.
I can't tell you how many people came in and kids cried.
Did
because
they really?
took their name off the wall. I had customers yelling because their name was gone. I'm like, listen, I took pictures. I'll eventually get them printed out,
There you go.
and you'll be able to enjoy them. But
And
now
blow up a big picture and put it on the wall so people
yeah.
can still see it
something.
again.
But now
right?
I've allowed them to sign the wall again.
Oh,
So-
there you go.
Yep.
Empanada guy just said, "I love you, Kimmee."
Oh, I love him. He's such a good guy.
He's great. We had him on the show back in 2019,
Wow.
and we did an empanada eating challenge with
Cool.
him, and that was so much fun.
Oh, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he's great.
Yep.
And his empanadas are awesome.
Yep, sure are.
I'm sure you guys have seen the red truck all over the place. Empanada guys
Absolutely.
everywhere. Jersey Barb said, "Awesome, Kimmee Masi." So I think
hi,
she knows
Barb.
you as well.
Yeah.
Christian Cortez said, "Insert Homer Simpson drooling meme here." Oh my
That's
God.
great.
So, I mean, I think it's
I
only
definitely wanna have
respectful
some,
that
yeah.
we hop into something,
come on,
right?
man.
So, Drew, did you grab something and put
I'm
it
a
on your
chocolate
plate?
chip guy. So
You're a chocolate
yeah,
chip
yeah.
guy. So
Kimmee, are you going to participate in this for us, or is this like your bane of your existence?
she's just gonna
She's just gonna
watch,
No, I'm
right?
gonna watch. And you know what? Listen, I'm gonna say this. If you don't like something,
We'll
listen,
say it.
say it. You know why? Because at the end of the day, we could all eat one of those cookies,
Yeah.
and it's going to taste
Yeah.
different to every single one of
100%.
us.
Everybody's got different taste buds.
Yeah,
right?
it's an opinion. It's not technically
You're like
factual.
me with beer, so I totally get it.
Yeah,
Right,
like
so-
if you don't like it, just be like, hey,
Wait,
it's all
cheers,
right.
or how does this work?
We shouldn't all bite at the same time because it goes
Why?
silence, and for a radio show,
I could
it's gonna-
sing.
You
I
can
mean, I'll
get-
just
Yeah.
be
narrate.
like,
you
hey.
say what we're getting into.
Sure, and when PJ is gonna start with the sexy bitch. There we go.
How is it?
How does that work? Yeah.
It looks succulent.
If you wipe
It
your
is-
mouth a
It
little
does
bit,
not
more,
That
look
is
right.
literally the perfect description of it. It's got that center, which is the cookie.
Too far away from the mic,
Yeah,
bro.
well, you still hear me?
It's got that center.
you gotta narrate it.
Absolutely
That's right.
insane. That is one of the tastiest things I've
Well,
bitten
I'm gonna
into.
eat this brownie, and it's got chocolate in the center
And diabetes.
Yeah.
And diabetes.
and diabetes.
And a little powdered sugar in the beard.
I mean, that's how you know it's good. You just leave the powdered sugar there.
Yeah, you know what I really like about it is it's not like. First of all, I taste the salt. There's salt in this.
Yes.
Salt
And I like that it's
complements
not like
chocolate.
overtly rich. You know, when you sometimes like I'm a chocolate lover, but you know sometimes when you grab chocolate and you bite into it, and it's just so rich. And you're like, dude, after like 3 bites, you're like, you can't even finish this.
Right.
I don't want you to divulge your secrets, but the salt's nice.
I mean,
tell you
sure,
what.
salt complements
Yeah. It was
chocolate
unexpected.
really, really
Going for a
well.
second.
It does.
sea salt and chocolate is a thing.
Now listen, most baked goods have salt, but it's how you do it. So it does make a difference.
So what you're saying is you have a technique that makes it just absolutely delicious.
Yes, I'm not going to take credit for it. I
your
gotta give
dad's.
that to one of my employees.
Oh, your
Nope.
employees.
Yep, one of my-
Awesome.
I let them come up with creative stuff.
Hell yeah.
You have to. So,
When you're a
Stretch.
trusting
Yeah.
business owner and you have employees you can trust,
yep.
it's the most fun, right? And you
Right.
probably know that too. Getting
Helps
to
them
brew
grow.
with other people that you trust, and then
Working on it. I still hide in the corner.
yeah.
I'm getting out there, but
Seriously, I wish I could hide in the corner.
it's
Can I join you in
It's
your
nice.
corner?
Yeah, the corner is very, very cozy.
All right, so Drew has got one of these absolute
do
landmine
it.
size cookies, and it looked soft when you bit into it. It just looked like the edges were crispy, but it was soft.
Soft and crispy.
Yeah, I mean,
Crispy.
when you can get that balance, that's it.
She
That's
knows
it, right?
I'll tell you what, I'm not really a soft cookie guy.
Really?
That's delicious, especially because of the crisp. It's almost
Thank
like when
you.
you do the fried egg and you get that little bit of crisp on the outside.
Heck
you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
heck yeah.
It's
I mean,
Thank you.
well, it's
I
really good.
appreciate that.
and I love chocolate chip cookies. I thought I was actually
too.
scared before I bit into this. That I was going to be like, oh, no, this is great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
We're going
Right.
for food right
And you
now.
can tell when somebody's putting it on, right? When they're just like, meh, okay.
Yeah, you know it's good,
Yep.
but yeah, no.
Oh, it's good.
That's
Everybody
awesome. Thank
who's
you.
watching right now, if you haven't been to Confections of a Rockstar, you absolutely need to go. Please hit the share button right now for Kimmee so we can get even more people with Confections of a Rockstar getting on their radar as well. Let me know in the comments when you did. Christian Cortez says, he said before, this is the worst pod to watch
Yeah,
today.
sorry, buddy.
Because my sweet tooth's really kicking. The jealousy is real. So I said it just means you got to go see Kimmee at
Yeah,
Confections of
head
a
over.
Yeah,
Rockstar.
come in and say you saw me.
Kimmee, this isn't the first time Confections of the Rockstar has been in the studio, by the way. We had like a networking event with a local business here. You are their preferred bakery of choice. Aaron Levine from LG Insurance.
Aaron, yeah.
Aaron,
Nice.
I've
Aaron.
known him a long
Me
time.
too. I went
Yeah.
to high school with Aaron. We grew up together.
Really?
Yeah, he does his podcast here.
Oh, that's
It's a
awesome.
small world, right?
Tip of the cap to Aaron.
Yeah, so all the dessert servings here in the studio that night were all Confections of a Rockstar.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love
so-
that. Thank
yeah,
you.
Yeah, of course. I
That's
just want to let
awesome.
you know that. Yep.
All right, so this was absolutely delicious. If I eat the whole damn thing, I'm not going to be able to sample other
Everything,
things. So
yeah.
I'm going to put something else on my plate. All right, so tell me what we got here. We got the macaron.
Yes, that is a chocolate peanut butter.
Oh yeah, I grabbed the right thing. I'm a chocolate peanut butter fiend.
You know, I was trying to like put the baked goods together for like a man's baked good.
You did the right picks here.
I'm having
Thanks.
one.
I tried real hard.
And then the only thing that's pink on the plate, I would devour because they are
I know. I was looking at the
dirty
strawberries.
pops.
yeah, Dirty Pop.
Those
Yeah.
things are amazing.
I'm going to
sounding.
go with the strawberry because
They're good.
I need to eat healthy.
Yes, yeah, there you go. Pop Tart. It's breakfast, right?
It's fruit serving.
All right, so I'm going to get in on this macaron.
Okay.
And it is chocolate and peanut butter. And is it like,
I'm going in. While you're
I'm not
talking
even
about
going to
it.
ask about what's in the middle. Let's just see.
Yep. Okay. Chocolate peanut butter.
It's peanut butter in the middle, but is it chocolate too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
You have like a ring of chocolate around the outside and then peanut butter in the center. I
Yeah,
think
you
that's the
do.
way that one works, or it's the reverse.
Wow.
So,
It's like all in my face.
but you have
It's
to
all
eat
up in your
these
face hole.
room temperature. You can't eat them cold, and you have to keep them refrigerated if you don't finish them.
Okay.
So,
All right, so there's the skill. So you got to
Yeah.
put it in the refrigerator if you're not going to finish them. I don't know why anybody wouldn't finish them.
No.
But if you don't, and then take them out and get them room temperature before you eat them.
absolutely, 100%.
Cool. And what does that do?
It just helps keep their texture
Okay.
because they're supposed to be a crunchy, chewy cookie.
Crumbly and crunchy and
100%.
chewy all at the same time.
It has
which
like
is-
such a thin layer of
Yeah, like-
crunch. And then like
wow.
gushy and then gooey. Is
Yes.
that what you said?
Bingo. Yeah, pretty much crunchy, chewy.
Yeah.
If you eat them
Marron.
cold, then they're just gonna crumble.
Wow.
Right.
So
As much as French people hate us here, they would be proud of that macaron.
That macaron.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're probably cursing us under their tongue.
Yeah.
listen,
yeah,
they are
100%.
so time consuming. I wish I could find somebody else to make them
Really?
really well. Yeah, they're,
They're
a
so
labor of
good.
love.
I'm going to eat healthy real quick because I've just been staring at this.
Yes, get into it. So he's eating the dirty pop. which is a strawberry Pop
It's
Tart.
got
so
filling inside of it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The filling,
That's like a Hostess cut. Those Hostess
you
wax
got your
paper
camera that's
cakes on
facing you, so
steroids.
he'll
Yeah,
get
yeah.
you. He'll get you. There it is.
Back
we
when
can
they
see
used
it.
to be good, when I was a little kid.
Oh, man.
You know.
Yeah.
Christian Cortez said, "That's it. I'm going this
Wow.
The
weekend."
fact that this
so
was
boom,
called a
you already
Pop-Tart
got somebody
makes me
coming.
sad because
Yep.
this is so much better.
Make sure he asks for me. Those are, I used to love those strawberry Pop Tarts.
Yeah.
I'd eat them cold.
Yep.
But if you put them in the toaster, you had to have the frosting just like it had to be toasted just
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah. Too much was too much. Yeah. You got to
Yes.
need just a
It just
2
a
minutes
little
or something.
slight melty brown, but these things are they're my new favorite.
It hits me like it almost reminisces back to like Pop Tarts just on steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah. That,
It is phenomenal.
It is a gourmet.
Yeah, I was
Pop-Tart.
not expecting all of that filling inside of it. I was like thinking it was
Yeah,
going to be like a thin layer.
She's
or
not
something.
cheating you out of filling. It's
Yeah.
not a little
No.
thin layer in there.
Oh my goodness.
Drew, did I invite
Thanks,
you on
Drew.
the correct day or what?
Oh yeah, no,
Right?
This is way better than the Great British Bake Off.
Yeah.
Because I watched that and I'm like drooling, and now I'm actually having it.
Well, now we have the Great Asbury Park Bake Off, and
There you
it's
go.
it's one company, and that's all we need. We don't need the
So
competition.
good.
Absolutely
thanks,
delicious.
guys.
I feel healthier too
Yeah.
because
Well,
of the strawberry.
Good for you.
All right.
That's
least
just a
somebody
sugar
does.
high, bro.
I'm over here sweating sugar because it just is coming out of my pores, but it's delicious. Absolutely delicious.
You guys are great.
So-
Thank you.
Kimmee, what's some of the other stuff that you do?
We do wedding cakes. We do custom cakes.
There
we
you go.
do cheesecakes. Cinnamon buns. Other types of cookies, cake pops, like anything.
So do you do a
custom
lot of things as
cannolis.
like a special? You'll do them for a week and then you'll let them go for a while. And
So
then,
that's what I'm trying to get into now. It's
Yeah.
been rough with the wave of staff, not staff, staff, not
Yeah,
staff. So, but yeah, that is our goal. We're going to start pumping out new stuff either daily or weekly.
yeah.
So
Weekly
that-
seems a little more appropriate because then you can get in a rhythm for a couple of days.
Does, but if we have enough notice where we can pump it out and be like, okay, like Wednesday, I don't know, May 5th, we're
Yeah.
going to have this, like, and people need notice.
Yeah.
That's super important. I can't pop out something tomorrow
Yeah,
and be
tomorrow.
like, oh, hey. Yeah.
Not like
No.
freshly baked. Do you have a hard time finding bakers, especially like your level that you of your expectations for your product and your brand, and then like baking is chemistry. It's literally chemistry for food, right? It's precise to your recipe.
Yeah, it's hard. It is hard because not only do you want somebody who knows what they're doing, but you really want somebody who loves what they're doing, and that's, now it's kind of hard to find that combination. But it is.
Sure.
You have to be precise. It's not like when you can cook and you can do like a pinch of this, pinch of that. Like a pinch of this or a pinch of that's either going to make it or break it.
Taste,
baking.
it'll change the texture completely
100%.
sometimes, right? Just a little too much or a little not enough, you know? So Robert Taylor said, hey, since I'm just joining, I got to ask what's in the glass. So, Rob, we not only have something tasty and delicious in the glass, we have the person who brewed it here as well. So Drew Noel is the owner of the Druery, and we're drinking a 5% porter. And is this port? Give me the name of it again.
Ports Ahoy.
Ports Ahoy, which is awesome.
Yeah.
You didn't.
Yeah, we didn't plan this. This
He
is great.
didn't even plan that he was going to be
brilliant.
coming in and eating all the cookies and deliciousness that he is. But a perfect compliment for what we're
Yeah,
eating
it's
right now.
delicious.
So, Kimmee, where are we going from here? What are some of the things that you want to do this summer?
I'm thinking about how I'm going to combine that in a cookie because
Yes.
I'm going to call that. I'm going to give you
Yeah.
the credit,
let's
obviously,
figure it out.
and we'll
That would
use
be
your
awesome.
product.
Yeah.
Where are we going for summer? I'm working on some other stuff too. I'm working on trying to come up with new and exciting things that aren't just bakery related. Product wise, it's going to be different. We're going to combine some coffee. Coffee
Always love
company.
coffee.
Yep, that'll be a surprise.
Awesome.
Some potential ice cream, which will be super fun. Some collaborations going on there.
Like gelati ice cream or ice
Nope,
cream?
like a really cool ice cream place that's in our state. That's in Monmouth County. And if
Cool.
I narrow it down,
We're
a
starting to
little bit
narrow down.
more,
Okay, no need to announce
it's-
it until you're ready.
Yeah, it's I don't want them to get mad at me either.
But
but,
once you
um,
guys are ready, you let me know, and we'll do a little
Absolutely.
feature on that too, because
be here.
we've been following along, drooling at everything you post, and everything
Thanks.
just looks so amazing.
I appreciate it.
And I can't wait to get in on the rest of this stuff. So
Awesome.
All right, so this is what?
So
The
that's the
s'mores.
s'mores cookie.
S'mores cookie.
You failed
Yep.
the test today.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm in
I
a
said this
sugar
like 3
haze
times,
right
But
now.
I got up at 4 o'clock, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. So
Wow.
that is sometimes served better warm.
Oh, yeah,
And
it
for
makes
obvious
sense, but
reasons,
still,
'cause
look
it's
at
got
that-
a giant
look at that
marshmallow inside of
marshmallow.
it.
Is
pull
there a
right
protocol for you to do that? Should it be like in a skillet, like on the stovetop? Can it be in the microwave? Will microwave like make it like mushad and
No,
like man?
microwave is just fine.
Okay.
Unless
Microwave's
you're
fine.
against microwaves. A lot of people don't like
Give
to
me
use a
that.
Yes, sir.
microwave. So, yeah.
Drew can get his own. There's
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one of these.
There's
little
plenty
guys.
of
Here,
them.
Drew.
You guys you're sticking on the same page. I'm jumping out.
Okay.
It's fair.
There we go. We did the cookie first. You
Oh,
did the
I want
cookie,
this.
and now you're getting in on the macaron.
But this cookie is definitely better warmed.
Yeah.
Just because the whole marshmallow factor.
Well, you can see the graham
Graham
cracker
cracker.
right in it.
Boozy. Oh, but it's so good. I don't
Come
care
on.
what you say, Kimmee. This is really good like that.
I will take that out of a dirty boot, and it'll still be absolutely delicious. That was amazing. That bite was so good.
She's like
She's
a
worried
warm,
about it
dirty
being
boot.
warm.
Just make sure it's freshly off the foot, please.
Are you sure you want to hold
Because then
yourself
it'll
to
be
that?
nice and warm.
Yes.
Oh, that was good. I don't
Try
even know
not to
what
get
to do
cookie
with
all
that.
over my mic. That was great.
Come on.
This is so good.
All right, I'm not sleeping for a day
Dude,
and a
I
half.
have not
but-
had this much sugar in so long.
You guys better drink water, like no joke.
I'm
I know my,
guaranteed
my
I'm up
beer's
till-
already out. I'm like, the next one I have is a 12%er. I'm like, do I do that now? Do I wait?
No, we're gonna wait on that one for a little while. That's gonna be like our topper. That'll be our dessert after we eat our dessert, right?
I'm guaranteed to be up till like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning tonight.
I promised Kimmee I would get her out of here by 7:30 because
so good.
she's got a very early morning
I
tomorrow.
do.
But Kimmee, tell me anything else you want to tell me about the business. You've been there over a decade. If you guys have not gotten a chance to go down, it's Cookman Avenue, right?
Cookman Avenue, yep.
In
So
the thick of it.
you have
right
to
in the
make
middle.
your way down there, at least in the summertime. The pastries, they keep well. You can bring them home. You can treat your family. These things are absolutely incredible. And you do custom orders, so
We
you
do.
can order your wedding cakes. You can order birthday cakes and things like that. Smash cakes for the kids, right?
Absolutely.
Give her
Yep.
time.
Yeah. Give her time. Don't do it for
Yeah, don't-
tomorrow.
Like I need like a month's notice.
There you go.
Right
So it's
now.
my kid's birthday tomorrow morning.
I can give you a cupcake.
You take two of these and put some
Oh,
cream
yeah,
in
put
between
some
it.
candles
Slide
in there
that thing
and you'll be
over real
fine.
quick, and I'll just take that home with me.
Absolutely.
Melissa Taller says, "Best bakery, love you, Kimmee."
Oh, thanks,
go.
Melissa. That's sweet.
Christian Cortez said, "Essential Guy Talk presents diabetic cookie comas."
This
Absolutely.
will probably be our last show.
Rob Taylor says, "On this episode, the gang gets diabetes."
That's what I was saying.
Yep. It's always sunny in Asbury
That's
Park.
funny. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So, Kimmee, thank you so much for coming on in. We are going to
Thank you.
enjoy this stuff. We're going to slow roll it for the rest of the night. So it'll be featured on the table, and very slowly they'll start to see less and less on the plate. But,
Enjoy them. Seriously. Thank you.
no, we
It was
loved
so good
having
to
you. We
be
appreciate
here.
you.
I love this spot. I love
Yeah.
you guys.
I'm back.
I'm calling you tomorrow.
Yeah, it's really nice meeting you, and
You
I'm
too.
glad you brought me treats.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm so excited. Like seriously, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
And you
I'm
guys
down.
are great. Like
No,
this was
seriously,
awesome.
the pairing is unreal. Like, I'm not a big beer drinker, and I was thinking about it too. Like, I'm like, oh, we're gonna have like.
how many more
cupcakes
weeks
and-
can you say I'm not a big
Well,
beer
well,
drinker
well,
before
but
you're a big beer drinker?
Well, I think
'Cause-
that adds to the dynamic of the show because I'm not as experienced. You know, I'm experienced. You're witnessing it with me for the first time here right now.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And thank you.
I,
I appreciate
well,
that.
I'm gonna give you even bigger props because I don't
don't
drink
drink?
beer. I don't drink really.
Yeah,
but,
she said her tolerance is not
like
high either,
nothing.
right?
But this is really good.
Yeah, I said you could.
Like-
you don't even have to drink it. You're halfway through it. I'm impressed.
Yeah, like it's really good. So thank you.
So now she's just going to chug it
Now
before
I'm
she
just
hits
gonna
the
try-
road.
Do you deliver?
I wish.
Yeah.
One day.
Okay.
I'll
One day.
deliver to you.
Okay.
Trade
Yeah, that's it. Bring it down there, see the shot,
Deal.
chocolate chip cookies.
come up with a plan for the
I'll
brew.
meet you.
Yeah.
Mid-state, wherever that
Oh my
might
God,
be.
that's middle of nowhere. It's like Jackson.
That's
Oh, yeah,
where
that's
I
fair.
live.
I'll
You guys will meet my house,
I'll be in
right?
his driveway, just drinking beer and eating cookies.
Sounds like good living to me. So you guys meet in my driveway and halfway
yeah,
through
well,
both.
Wait a minute, I feel left out of this equation by all means.
Sorry, bud.
You can join.
You could tag along.
All right.
We'll call
Thanks
you.
so much, Kimmee.
Guys, thank you.
Love
I
you.
appreciate it.
So we got Kimmee Masi once again. She was here from Confections of a Rockstar down in Asbury Park. If you haven't been down there, please go see her. Tell her you saw her on Essential Guy talking all this amazing food out in front of us.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Kimmee.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for your yum-yums.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So now we get to turn our attention to the man that has been pouring our drinks, and he's going to tell us about them. So once again, if you're just joining us, we have Drew Noel. He is from the Druery, and you guys are only a couple of months old as far as the opening of the place, right? It was right before Christmas?
Yeah, we had a soft opening in November, and we opened the doors December 9th.
Awesome.
And it's just kind of been rocking. And like when we first opened, I was hoping we were going to have something that was just drinkable, and it was a little bit beyond drinkable. Like it was good. It was decent. It was good, you know. And like in that time, we're always trying to learn stuff. And since then, we've just been tuning. And as you know, that's always the fun game about new brew stuff. And here we are.
Learning your system is an art in itself. And then once you learn it and you learn the efficiency and you learn what you want to do with it, you're just going to keep getting better.
Yep.
And your stuff is already very good.
Thank you.
I say that being a seasoned vet in craft beer. I've
And
been
as a
drinking
novice,
craft beer.
I'm saying it also is very good. Kimmy's staying, by the way.
Kimmee can stay as long as she
Yeah, I'm
wants
going
to,
to stay
man.
for a little bit.
She's like, I still have some more beer left.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's not even that. I want to hear, I want
Learn
to
about his
know
company,
a little bit
right?
more about you.
Yeah.
I think it's only fair.
So he's kind of exploded into the craft brew scene a little bit. Hazy beers are big right now, and hazy IPAs are they're the thing, and they are what a brewery is judged by a lot of times. So if you make a good hazy, you're going to catch on with these young drinkers, especially.
Yeah,
it's 21 to 28.
And like
Love the hazy.
We're right by Troon, so we kind of in our area there was really just Troon, but you Brick Farm Tavern where you can get some food or get some drink and stuff like that. But there's besides them and Conclave, there's not a lot of hazy
exactly.
IPA places around, and I love all beer except for super sours, which gets into Brett and how that works. But
sure.
I still will play around with them. So we try and cater to what everybody likes. So we have the hazies and stuff like that. But then we also do a lot of other stuff like the porters and the stouts and everything else. And once we got past learning a little bit about our system and how it kind of filters through, and hey, you got a little bit more in your beard right there.
Save that for later, right?
Yeah, it's on the
That's what we do.
lower half of your beard. There he is. All right.
Yeah, he's got the video of your
It's
brew
good for the
system
show.
brewing.
The show receipts.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what
there
I
it is.
mean?
Well, that's actually not even. That's the one in my basement.
I got receipts.
That's the one in your
Yeah.
basement, the
That's your-
Spike Brewing
Wait
system.
a minute.
That's
Before
a
you
little
continue on, are you
10
sure you want
gallon.
to say that out loud?
I mean, no, that's totally fine. That's a
That was
homebrew
not
system.
in my basement, ABC.
That he wasn't selling. That was your home brew system
this
before you became a brewery.
There's here you go. This is the good
Oh,
one.
okay.
So this is how right before the ABC inspection, literally the night before, just keep it there it is.
No, is that for real, bro?
That was for real. I learned very shortly that you do not hang hoses on anything near a tri-clamp. And
Wait a minute, that was you?
no, there's another one out there which I got sent about 400 times
Yeah.
because I knew it happened to me too. That guy got
Oh my
destroyed.
God. Yeah, he got pummeled
Yeah.
in the chest, and
Yeah.
he got thrown back in the there's no plugging it once that's happened.
Yeah,
you
dude.
just
Believe it
gotta,
or not, I did it a second time, which isn't on there because you just see my ass crack the entire time. And I was able.
Wait. The second time in the same
Second
sitting?
time.
Not the same one, but the second time
Okay,
was even
okay.
more stupid because I actually just grabbed the wrong tri-clamp.
Oh.
So since then, all my tri-clamps, if you come into the brewery and you see the red ones now,
Yep.
I have red ones for the
red
ones you
means
don't touch.
do not twist these
And
puppies.
the other ones are the ones that are like, okay, you can probably stop it if something happens to this. Yeah, no, it was a shit show, and the ABC came in the next day, and they're like, smells like a brewery in here. I'm like, I know, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm
had-
sure you smelled wonderful driving
It was-
home. You're like, no, officer, I haven't been drinking.
It was a hazy too, so it was just like hops everywhere,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, my God.
I just finished cleaning the entire place for the inspection, and then I spent another 4 hours cleaning.
So how much of the batch did you lose?
Oh, the first one that you saw on there was everything. Yeah, I was not a seasoned
Did
veteran
you
at the time.
at least
This-
become TikTok famous for this?
No,
Or
no. The other guy
anything?
stole the
Instagram
thunder because he
famous?
got taken out, and he had more to sell. The second time I ended up saving about half the batch, and that was a limited release beer. But
Yeah, it was very limited release beer.
yeah, because we only make like 90 gallons at a time.
They're like,
Hey
why
guys,
did you
how
make
much are left over?
why did you make 17 bottles? Don't worry, it's just really rare.
Yeah, really good beer, guys.
Super exclusive.
Super duper exclusive.
So yeah, I mean, it's a learning experience, and that's one of the nice things about kind of starting small. If that was 100-barrel batch,
Oh.
I would probably
You
be
would have been
bankrupt.
concussed
Yeah,
and
yeah,
knocked
concussed,
out by the force.
broken ribs, and swimming in it. I mean, that would be the bonus, right? You get to swim in beer.
Yeah, well, if
It
that's the way
absorbs
you
through your
go, I
pores.
guess you went happy.
What happened to Drew? Oh, he drowned in a batch of beer. God rest his soul. Sounds like he went out great.
It was
man.
a porter though. It was really
Yeah,
good.
the porter's now called God Rest His Soul.
It's got little bits of Drew
Tribute
just
batch.
floating around in it.
It's got little bits of the brew, of the brewer.
Is that why like you have this hardcore industrial cap on your can?
Dude, well, we have normal ones too.
This is incredible though. This should be a premium.
I'm gonna start
Let's
pouring
see
this
that
because I
on
need something
food
else to
can.
say.
Yes, please do.
This one's obviously a hazy. This is a Nenic. But those Twist Tops cans I
Can I have
found
that can, please, sir?
were
The one with the beer in it.
Is this different?
they give us a
Yes, this is
way
hazy.
to kind of get stuff out, and there's an awesome company out there that makes them. And I saw them, and I was like, well, this is perfect because you don't have to make somebody buy a crowler or a growler, I should say, and you can have this, and it's essentially a to-go that's resealable.
All right, so I love the color. The color is fantastic, and if you're looking for a hazy beer, that's pretty much like the carbon copy of what you should be looking for. Let me get it over.
Does that just mean that it's blurry inside?
Yeah, just blurry
All
inside.
right.
It kind of goes
Layman's.
against the law of beer because beer is supposed to be clarity.
Okay.
It's supposed to be beautiful to see through. But the hazy beer concept 10 years ago or 8 years ago became just a absolute, took the world by storm.
Drink from the can.
Yeah, and that's why
what
they
I
say
thought you
to
were
drink from the
supposed to do.
can.
Yeah, heady topper, man.
Yeah, Heady Topper is up in Vermont, and they are like the first ones to do just a real hazy that kind of knocked your socks off, was delicious,
Okay.
was consistently fantastic, and it became now what they call like the OG hazy. Like that's the one that
Or OG New England kind
OG
of.
New
yeah.
England style. And it is everything you see.
Yeah,
it just
never,
it's
kind of
a
like
haze.
never
It
clears
doesn't
up.
clarify. It's not supposed to. And that's on purpose, and that's a technique. So why don't you
yeah.
tell him a little bit about that?
I mean, really, it comes down to the crazy part of the technique is you can read 1,000 years into it, and they're still like, yeah, it's something about biotransformation and polyphenols,
Yep.
and all this stuff. And they're like, and even now, like you'll still see new articles of like, well, maybe if you drop your pH or do this, it'll promote more of a stable haze.
Yeah.
And I've realized, like, you read everything and you just try a couple different
Yep.
things and you find the one that works for you. And I guess it probably comes down to your brew system too, and how
Sure.
stuff filters through. Because
What I felt kept the haze the best was adding my first dry hop as it was still in active
active
fermentation.
The crazy thing is I don't do that.
Really? And you get a killer haze.
But
so-
I do a crazy whirlpool hop.
Okay.
So essentially, as long as you have active yeast, I think it almost does the same thing, except I don't have to re-enter the beer.
There you go.
So you're trying to control some of that oxygen, even though it'd eat it up.
There's a test at the end of this show.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
before we
she's like, I have
leave-
no clue.
I was just like,
There's
well, okay.
add salt.
I mean,
add
it
salt to it.
sounds
Now
really
it's-
You know,
now
you know
it's
what I
called-
heard that whole time, Kimmee?
Wah, 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 wah.
Beer.
Yeah.
It's beer.
I
and
heard
it's
yeast.
good.
It's essential nerd talk
Yeah.
now for a little while, right?
So we pay attention to the protein, and we pay attention to which hops we're doing it with, and obviously yeast selection and everything else.
Well,
And,
it's delicious. It's got that perfect hazy bite that you look for, which is just like a little zip at the end of it.
It's fruity.
It's done really well. Yeah, well,
This one
that's-
is Emerald, Nelson, and Nectaron.
that's the name of the hops. Just so you know.
M.I. Nenic. That's how I keep
Am I
track of this
Nenic?
stuff
So
right now.
Nelson,
Amarillo.
Amarillo.
I Nenic. Nelson, Nectaron. Boom.
love it.
From like a layman's perspective, it's almost like drinking a spiked pineapple juice.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
from the can. So it's like
This
all
has
thick.
definite pineapple kind of aftertaste.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of that stone fruit.
I
kind
could
of
be
vibe,
like
too.
way off base here.
No. And again, she said that perfectly before. Like, if you don't like something, it's totally everybody's
Nobody said
perception of
don't
stuff is
like.
different. Well, I know, but I'm saying is
I
like,
was just saying your taste buds
You're-
might taste the fruits differently than mine.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Like, people come in and they're like, I taste this, this, and this. I'm like,
Good.
Sweet. I'm glad. Do you like it? And they're like, yes. Or
Except
no,
for when they
or-
say that Citra tastes like piney or something, because then you're like, no, come on, man.
Yeah,
It's
not-
legitimately orange,
Yeah.
orange. It's heavy citrus. That's
we'll
what it is.
we'll have another or it's gonna be IM Citra coming out next week probably. We're gonna drop it.
Which is just straight Citra.
It's Emerald and Citra, but I mean like
AMs.
Yep.
Gotcha.
The Emerald is we use as mash hop, so it just kind of adds a little bit to it, and then the Citra just devastates everything.
So, James, adding hops at different points in time gives you different features of the hop. So you'll either get bitterness from it, or you'll get the aromatic, like real deep citrus of it later on.
So more chemistry.
More chemistry.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, it goes with cooking. So the baking process and cooking and
Pay a lot of temperature, pay a lot of attention to your temperatures and everything else. And
So wait, if you have it in a different duration, the same hop.
also depends on the temperature.
Okay.
Yep.
So temperature and duration are the two variables in taste.
Yep.
Aside from the product itself, right?
Essentially, you have acids in the hops themselves, and some of them are way more volatile. So those nice, fruity, juicy kind of acids that are in there that you're tasting, when it gets too hot, they just disappear. They essentially boil them off. I always say, like, our brewery doesn't really smell like a brewery too much, because usually when we do our second dry hop, which I never write DDH or triple dry hop, whatever. Whenever we do that one, we always do it while we're spunding, or essentially we naturally carb our beer. So we add it during that process, so everything stays in the fermenter and nothing comes out. So like when you walk in, you'll smell some beers fermenting every now and then, but for the most part, it doesn't smell like a homebrew thing where like you go down your basement, your entire basement smells like hops.
Yeah.
Like
my wife always used to say, "Man, I hate the process of when it just sits there because it stinks." And I'm like, "Well, that's where it's kicking off all the gases that the yeast is producing, and you got to let that all dissipate. So that's why it has to age 10, 14
Is it a
days.
distinct smell, or is it like a bar at 3:30 in the
So
morning?
it depends on the yeast, honestly.
It's just like
100% yeast.
sapped into everything.
Some yeasts smell like rotten eggs for 3 weeks, and you're like, "Dude, my beer is spoiled." And you're like, "No, just let it be, and then let it go."
even this yeast in this beer, is it like, so we live near Troon, or where our brewery's near Troon, so I give those guys a ton of credit. They kind of create a whole market for like that hop burn, like such green, fresh beer and it's tough with some yeast, because like this one specifically, people are like, I get a lot of sulfur in it. And if your palate is more susceptible to sulfur taste, you are going to get it from this yeast.
Yeah.
So I've kind of tried to go right in the middle between like super fresh and like where I like it, which is where it mellows out a little bit.
Yeah.
And I feel like you still get some sulfur. It's not as present because it's essentially bled off as it's kind of gone through and the yeast has processed it. And you get into like more of that, still some hop burn, hop bite, green, yummies. And then if you let it sit for another week in the can and don't pour the bottom, then you have that nice mellow thing. So you kind of pick your poison per se.
See, to me, most of that hop burn, it speaks to it needs to sit a bit longer. And a lot of places pump out beer too fast. And then their fans grow accustomed to it and now think that that's the way it has to taste.
But at the same time,
some people like it.
If you like it and they like it,
you
I
want to give them what they like, right?
I'm in that boat where I'm not a crazy hot burn thing, maybe because it's just I get heartburn in like 3 seconds from it. But there are a lot of people that they taste it and they're like, oh my God, I can really taste it. And it's always funny when you talk to somebody and they're like, I like hoppy. And I'm like, oh shit, here we go.
Hoppy.
What do you mean by hoppy? Do you like bitter? Do you like juicy? Do you like the burn? Yeah, I like to tickle my back of my throat. I'm like, okay, so you like green hoppy. Yeah. Like you want those little greenies still floating around in there. Okay.
The little particles that will crash out eventually if you chill it long enough.
Come when we just keg it or we just can it. I was like, you'll get most of that. Don't let it sit in your fridge. Otherwise it will chill out.
So since you brought that up, tell me a little bit more about you have a brick and mortar that people can come to, right?
Yeah. We have a very small brick and mortar. We actually brew in 200 square feet, which is pretty impressive.
God.
Yeah, we have
it's like an office.
Yeah, that's like just a small port. This room is close to 9. So
yeah. No, this room actually feels way bigger.
1/3 of.
It's literally just half this room.
Wow.
Not even. And we have 10 3-barrel fermenters. So we use as our hot liquor tank and a cold liquor tank. So really we have 8. So we can do about 24 barrels every 2 to 3 weeks.
Greg Dobo.
Oh yeah.
He said I went over to Drew's house for a tasting session. I had to spend the night because I couldn't stop tasting.
That's what happens.
Right?
Jovovich is a good man.
I mean, if people just want two and then they want to go, it means your beer is meh. If they want to keep on tasting, it means they want to sleep at your house because it's so good.
We do have a
Greg pulled that
futon
off.
at the brewery for select people.
Sure.
We also have an Uber service to my house in my basement.
There you go.
No, I think the best part of this is we brew a lot of different styles of beer too, because not everybody's palate is for beer. So like,
Right.
if you like white wine, maybe you might like a Belgian. That might be a little bit more on the estery side and everything else. But it's always interesting when you get somebody in there that says, "I don't like beer," and they're like, "Well, maybe just try a little bit of this," and then they're like, "Oh, this is delicious," and you're like, "Da da da da."
Well, what about the experience itself? You know what I mean? Aside from drinking the beer, going to the distillery
Yeah.
or the brewery and experiencing
Oh, of
it,
course.
like there's that value of it, even for the non-beer drinker, right?
And
Like,
I still try and make it the point to be there a decent amount to meet people and talk to people, because I think that's always cool. Like,
you're the face of your brand.
yeah,
Kimmee can relate to that, I'm sure too.
100%. You want to
Right.
be there and see people's reaction to when they try it, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then
wanna see your face.
educate them to the correct ways to bring them home and then enjoy them, right?
They want to see both your faces.
Yeah.
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 It's important.
but now we have 30 seats in there, so it's not big. Generally, most nights, I think Thursday's really our local night. But Friday through Saturday, if you come after opening, it's usually packed. I mean, it was funny because a lot of people were
great.
just like, don't tell anybody else about it because I still want to be able to sit in there. And I'm like, well, tell
That
people,
kind-
we'll get bigger. It'll
That's
be,
kind of the antithesis of a business owner, right? You want people to know,
Come.
yeah. But
which is why you're here.
the nice thing is even if we're packed, we have 4 different.
Outside.
Well, we don't have an outside, but we have 4 restaurants that are all BYOB in our mall because we're essentially in a
So
mini
they can
mall.
grab beer and then go eat.
Yep.
That's
So you can
awesome.
literally get one of these little, and we don't refill them past the same day. But if you say you're going to go eat and you're drinking it right
Sure.
away,
You
I'll
top
totally
'em
rinse
off
it out
'cause-
and refill it, and you can
Perfect.
take it back and go back. to
Shout out the
pizza.
places. What are the places that people can go eat
So
at?
we have, I'm gonna say the brands because I'll probably mess something up and somebody get mad. We got a Japanese place. We have a pizza place and Italian food. We also have a bagel place if you get there early enough, which is delicious. But then we also have a Jamaican and a Chinese food place. So,
Slash, like same
no,
place?
2
I
separate
was
places.
gonna
but
say
an
that
extra
would be
charge.
the coolest
Interesting.
thing.
Yeah.
But you know those
Yeah.
chicken wings are going to be slamming.
Oh, dude, I
Absolutely.
mean, like the beef patties from the Jamaican place
Yes.
are awesome with beer, but
Oh my
also
God.
like the Chinese food place makes a popcorn chicken, like a spicy popcorn chicken. That's
Very
also
cool.
phenomenal
Nice.
with it. And then obviously pizza and beer just go together all the time.
So all these places, you can grab the food, bring it back to your brick and mortar, eat their food, and drink beer.
Yep.
Correct.
And if we are packed, you can grab our beer and then take it to their brick and mortar and drink their or eat their food and drink.
Yeah, you
our
can
beer.
BYOB into
So
their building.
We have
right?
30 seats, but really
You have 100
Yeah.
after you go to all the different places that you can
so
drink it at. right?
it's really convenient. And like I said, we had kind of a black hole of beer in our area.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Where we had some places, but some were really hard to get to, and now.
Well, I've had people telling me, dude, you need to check out the Druery because they're doing some good things. And the fact that you're just a couple of months old and this is the quality of the product that you're putting out, it makes me excited to see the 5th anniversary because that you're just going to be absolutely killing the game.
I'm stoked.
I would expect you're probably going to be in a bigger place by then
Hopefully.
because, 5 years in the future, you're going to need to grow. You're going to need to give more people beer, which means more storage and everything.
Yeah,
that you need.
the beer market's kind of weird right now. So I don't know how big we're gonna get, but I would like to have a place where you can bring family to.
Yeah, there you go.
You know,
it doesn't
like-
have to be that much bigger, but
Yeah.
it just needs
I
to
would
be
al-
a place you can hang with.
Definitely more than 3 barrels because that's not a lot of beer.
Not a lot of beer. And you can bring your dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, breweries are
bring
known,
your dog,
especially in New Jersey. They're usually animal friendly. Mostly
Yeah,
dogs, but
That
They're not
affects my
allowed in the
decision.
production. They're not allowed in the production space.
No, well, that makes sense.
So you have to come with somebody else if you bring a dog, or leave it with one of our bartenders,
a bartender.
or beer tender.
You didn't get my joke.
I did.
Oh, my bad.
I got it over here.
Tender.
Did you say bartender?
Bartender.
I didn't hear the K.
I
was
didn't
great.
catch it either.
It's the beer speaking.
Thank you. I'll be heroes of the week.
Yeah, the wolf tenders.
Gonna hire you for the comedy.
But no, we've been super blessed, man. I mean, like I said, I was excited when our beer was drinkable, and now that we're trying to tune everything in, I told people, I'm like, by the time we're at brew 40 or 41 right now, in 4 months. Well, by the time we get to like 70 or 80, I think I'll have all of our numbers down pat. And,
Yeah.
you know, we'll be hitting all of our expectations and everything else. And what we're going to try and make is not just going to be an accident or whatever. It'll be based on the fact that we actually know how the system works.
Right.
So,
And then you can aim to achieve something and know you're going to get there.
oh yeah.
Instead of just kind of shot in the dark. Let's hope.
Yeah, I think we're going to try and make it like the last couple of breweries, we were off by like 0.01 of our expectations. And I'm like, yes, this is awesome. It's actually what I tried to make.
Yeah, it's
ABV
actually
wise.
close, right? So do you have a sign in the brewery that says 7 days since I twisted the wrong knobs? Or
Do you just play that video on loop inside the brewery? Because that would be incredible.
Not inside,
too.
inside my head, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that.
It should be at the merch station on the TV back there.
Like you're supposed to give a tour. That should just be on a loop on the TV.
This is why you
incredible.
don't touch things.
Yeah, exactly.
It says don't touch for a reason.
Exactly. Yeah, just have signs that say this could happen to you.
Just in the face.
You guys
you
both have
put
your
it
own
up again.
merch
There
too,
it is.
Right?
Oh, God.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
pop champagne.
That's
Look how nice
crazy.
and green and hazy
That's-
that is. That's a ton of hops.
And
right
then
there.
also knowing that it's only 300 square feet, it's like that's even more. At least
Oh, it
hits
is
the other
so
can
green.
and not the
Yeah,
wall.
it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
good. That's all hop particulate right
yeah.
there.
So
Which would sting if that got in your eyes.
Oh, it sucked.
Oh,
I actually, it's funny because the first thing I thought, this was before we opened, I was like, I got to turn off the lights so people don't take pictures. So I went up to the front door, turned off the lights, and on the way back, you just hear me laughing. It's just like, oh, shit.
and that laughter was just like an uncomfortable, aggravated.
This is going to suck.
This
to
is going to
clean up.
suck.
It smells so good.
Yeah, it smells so good,
Very
but you know that
sad.
none of this is going to go in a glass anymore. It's a bummer.
Have you ever had something like that happen to you? Some sort of blowout or something crazy that really,
That
you know,
I've
like
personally done? Yeah, I'm sure. Recently, I don't remember. No.
Not
Like tip
not-
over
not
a whole
full
rack of
Not
done
like that,
cookies or
no.
something.
I mean, I've had other people do that.
Yeah.
But,
And they don't work
but
there
no,
anymore.
That is true. No, I can't even imagine what that was.
So
like.
speaking of one person that works with you, you have a connection with Wrecked, right?
we do.
Oh, yeah. Well, now I do. Now I know I do. I didn't know I did.
Yeah, she didn't know it, but Neil's brother
Sean.
is Sean and works for her.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Sean's like, so I'm like, Sean,
Wait a
help me
minute.
box this stuff up.
Neil-
He's like, where are you going? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to do the podcast. And he's like,
He was like,
oh.
what?
Nope. I can't wait
Neil,
to
are
see him
you for
tomorrow.
real? This is how sneaky Neil is too. Like
Yeah.
Neil's like the silent bandit, you know, because when he overheard me when the conversation saying "Confections of a Rockstar" is going to be, and he's like very quietly from his editing bay says to me, "Oh, did you say Confections of a Rockstar?" And I was like, "I did." And he's like, "Yeah, I get pastries from there."
Yeah. He came in here and he looked
And
at the plate.
That's all he said.
So funny. I know.
He looked at the plate and he goes, I had 2 of those Pop-Tarts for breakfast the other day. And Kimmee was like, oh, you've been
Yo.
there before. And he's like, yeah, I've had like pretty much everything on the plate because his brother works there.
Neil,
That's so funny.
I am
That
so
was funny.
disappointed. And Neil has worked here for 2 years.
Get out of town.
Yeah. I'm so
I
disappointed
can't wait
in you,
to
Neil.
bust Sean tomorrow.
Yeah, it's awesome. But that's what I said. It's a crazy small world how Neil just walks in. He's got a connection.
Yeah. Yep.
Did he kind of like smile when he walked in?
Yeah.
Bob?
Yeah.
I
And he looked right at the Pop-Tarts and he was like,
Yeah.
he was like, I had
this
2
way.
of those for breakfast the other day.
I was gonna save that for you, Neil, but now to hell with you. I'm
No,
eating that
you
one.
eat it because Neil's
He's
had
like,
it.
don't worry about it. I'll get him on Sunday.
Exactly. So if you guys are just joining us, we are here still with Kimmee, which is
Yeah, I
awesome.
mean, yeah,
Kimmee's hanging out.
hanging
She's
in
from
there.
Confections of a Rockstar. She provided all these delicious pastries and all of the amazing things that you see on your screen here. And then we have Drew Noel. He is the owner of the Druery, which is located in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, right out there by Trenton. And he's
Say
been open.
Princeton. It sounds nicer.
Princeton. Yeah, it's right out there by Princeton.
Closer to Princeton than we are to Trenton. And it's not Trenton, it's Trenton. Otherwise, people are going to get confused with you.
That's when before Asbury got popular, people would either say they're from Ocean or Bradley.
Yeah, exactly.
So true.
Yeah. That was when people
100%.
actually would say, I'm from Wanamassa. And you'd be like, where's that? By Ocean.
Where's your business? That's close to Ocean Township,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, close to Ocean.
We're
That's so true.
right outside of Princeton.
I'm from Ocean, so like I get it.
Yep.
But not anymore now, man.
Asbury.
It's actually become a deterrent for me, because I'm a local guy. Not that I wouldn't go to businesses and frequent them. I also drive a ginormous truck. There's like 0 parking.
Yeah.
It is literally insane in Asbury. Now coming up for you at the end of next month. right? I'm sure you see a quantification in business in
Oh,
those summer
absolutely.
months.
And it's, I mean, it's insane. And it's really like we deliver. So there creates a really, it's very challenging.
You do it in house. You don't do like Uber Eats or DoorDash or something like that.
It's usually myself taking out
Oh,
the deliveries.
man.
Yeah.
Get
I mean,
out,
that's
really?
the life
Yeah,
of a
it's totally
baker,
me.
though, too, right? Like,
So, and it's tough. I mean, it really does present its challenges because one, I don't have a back door anymore. I mean, there's
you should have seen the
What
whole
about
show
the back
before the show. The 5-minute
Happy
countdown
nuts.
was the whole show. You think you guys are getting something good now? You missed the whole beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, seriously. She loved she loved our powder thing that we did with
Yeah.
Happy Nuts.
Happy nuts is the best thing.
So the story I was going to tell you is when he was
yeah.
all crowding up on me before I was going to make the remark that I didn't have my Happy Nuts powder on today, but I reserved myself because you were sitting at the table and first impressions are everything.
And then Kimmee makes
And
the
then
first
she comes
impression.
in and
I
drops
love
the
it.
Happy Nuts on me. So, yeah.
Sorry.
There's a drop.
That was
Drop
funny,
the Happy
though.
Nuts on you.
Nuts.
Oh, that was great.
I cracked another can.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
This is
Is
a
that
different
something
hazy.
different?
This one's going to be
Send
Am I a mogul?
Yeah, Amarillo, Mosaic, Galaxy, and Eldorado.
Oh, I love Mosaic and Galaxy. Those are two of my favorites.
And Citra. It's like every beer person ever.
Yeah.
They're like,
Every
what is it
time we
made
do
with?
this.
Galaxy. What'd you say?
Look
Galaxy.
at that.
Citra. What?
I've learned so much about this.
Beer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, really.
Yeah, there's this interesting thing where the lighter the beer is now and hazier it is, the more people are just, it's like looking at a chocolate chip cookie for me.
Yeah.
They're like, oh. Doesn't even have to taste good. You just have to look at it.
They love that straw hay
Yeah.
color look, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, this one's going to be a little bit sweeter. Still decent
yeah.
body and everything else.
Right on the nose, you get sweetness.
Yeah, it's a crushable beer, a crushable hazy.
Kimmee, you got to get
I
on.
would
Yeah,
like
holy
to try
cow.
Yeah,
this.
here, let's
Yeah.
get it over.
Wow,
I'm
that's
totally gonna do
fantastic.
it.
Give a little swish around when you do
love
it, just so it
Your
does.
logo.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I
Right?
love that.
So Druery actually means an object of love or lust, as we put on the website, so I don't have to eye roll as much when people ask me.
Fair.
So if you look in the hop, there's a little heart at the very top of the, we got nice and.
But your name is
Cute whip.
Drew. That's what. Come on, it's double.
I
double
actually, believe it or not, I wanted to
meaning.
change it before we
Really?
opened up the place. Yeah, because I didn't want to have to eye roll every time somebody was like, "You're Drew with the Druery." It sounds very egotistical, It's just like, and then we had never for 10 years I've been brewing in my basement. We've called it the Druery, just as for friends to check stuff in as like a home brewery, and turns out we finally Googled it and we're like,
It
oh,
actually
shit.
means
Yeah,
something,
it's
right?
Crazy.
And it actually means something that is good. You
An
know?
object of love or lust.
Yeah, it would have stunk if it was like in Scotland, it's where they crapped.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome! The Druery. Go to the
Only make
Druery.
stouts.
This leads to the other story that I held back before the show, and I was like, "Thank you for the perfect segue, PJ."
Yes, I never knew that would be a
I've got
segue, but
sales
this is
tip
what we're
for
here
you,
for.
Drew. When earlier on in the show, when we were checking our lines here, our microphones, I very conveniently read in a very dramatic and theatrical manner your full story about page.
Which was great. He was like, I don't want them to walk in while I'm doing this because they can think that I'm mocking it, but I'm really just trying to give it accentuation.
with poetic cadence.
Oh no!
Nonetheless.
It is
Okay.
a well thought out.
It was great.
So I've got something for you.
Go for it.
So hopefully, I believe we recorded that, and I will sell it to you for a fee we'll talk about off camera. And then on top of it, anybody interested, I do have Leonard Skinner's Fiji water, drinking by Johnny Van Sant in the control room that is up for sale for an additional $3,000.
$3,000. There we go.
That one I will say on camera, and that is a fact. I have
I got cookies.
photos.
Yeah, she
So,
brought cookies. That's it.
any takers, I'm putting it out on the live stream too.
I mean,
True.
technically, right now, if you click no, saying if you're 21, it rickrolls you.
Oh, does
on
it
their
really?
Website.
That's
Yes.
incredible.
But
Oh,
if
when you
want
say
to,
you're not 21, okay.
if you want to link it in there, I think we could swap that out to a different thing.
Well, I thought I was going to
And
sell you
plug
on
you.
it at first, and then you came in here and you started talking on the microphone like Casey Kasem.
Yeah, and you're like, that guy doesn't need any mic help. He can talk on his own mic.
Let's sign a
get
contract
a
as a
little deeper
VO actor over here for
Yeah.
us to make all our media.
you know what? I can only do it after I've had 19 beers.
There you go. All right. Well, cool.
I think it gives you a more sexy type of voice that
It
people are just
lathers you up
whatever he's
nicely.
talking.
Slows
I
you
want.
down a little bit.
Greg Dobo said, I want to see a Drew and Kimmee collaboration. And I said, we've been talking about it all show.
Yep.
Absolutely. It's going to happen.
It's gonna be a
Some of these
chocolate chip
tasty
cookie
chocolate
stout.
chip cookies are
Or
going
a
to end up in a
s'mores, which I hear is a nightmare in a fermenter, but
Yeah.
he's
We'll figure it out
yes.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll make mud in the fermenter basically, but I'll help you clean it. I'll go there the day of. We'll dump them in there. We'll get the tasties out of it, and then we'll clean it up nicely.
I'll go with you.
I still
it's
want to
all you
actually
got.
hear your
Absolutely.
your cadence though. I want to hear this at some point.
It's so
I
funny.
will play it back for you. It was incredible.
Scott
And
Rosenthal just chimed in. Love the Druery. When you go for a hazy, make sure to try the 10% Hefe. It's unreal.
I didn't bring it today because I already had the 12%er.
Yeah, no, that's good. We can't try everything today, but I will come to the brewery and
Yeah,
we'll try
but
the rest.
you know, you talk about like brewing and everything else, and just like the happy accidents.
Yeah,
We brewed our Belgian triple, and I didn't have the triple yeast, but I had the Hefeweizen yeast, and it's delicious. It's got more body than the standard triple. You know, that bubble gum you kind of get from
Yeah,
heavy yeast,
yeah.
and like, you know, people are like, this isn't the Hefeweizen. I'm like, dude, literally Hefeweizens are made by the yeast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's good.
But that's the beauty of craft beer. Just because something doesn't come out exactly the way you're thinking it's going to come out doesn't mean it's not going to come out even better.
matter, yeah.
Sometimes the best things are happy accidents. like you
Happy
said.
accidents.
You screw up, but you stumble into something and you're like, wow, that just gave me a flavor I wasn't expecting,
Yeah.
but I love.
I'm sorry.
Good.
Have you ever had salt and vinegar and barbecue mixed together potato chips?
I have
forget
not.
what they're called. They actually make them that way on purpose.
And
sounds
that's
delicious.
what they.
If somebody in chat knows, they can let me know. I can't remember what they're called. They're delicious. It's barbecue mixed with salt and vinegar. There's certain
Okay.
type
I mean,
of
there's
chips.
vinegar in barbecue sauce usually.
It's like Lay's or Hers or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? And
sounds good.
became a very popular brand or model of their brand and was totally an accident. Something happened with the cleaning process in the bin, and
They
they
left
actually
over some-
put the barbecue sauce in the salt and vinegar, and hence this chip was born. And I'm telling you guys right now, if you like chips,
I've got one in the back that Johnny Van Zandt had, and it's $3,000.
That'll buy. I'll take the chip, not the water.
you guys are catching on to me real quick.
Gotcha. This, can I just say that this is delicious?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And it smells really, really, really good.
Yeah, the aromatics on it.
If I hold this up to the mic, do we have smell-o-vision?
Yes,
Yeah,
we have
I
smell of
Absolutely.
This is
Scratch and
delicious.
Smell of
sniff.
sounded?
the snozberries. Taste like snozberries.
Meow.
This is really, really good.
It's really, really good. So Scott Rosenthal followed up and said banana pudding stout would
Okay.
be a perfect collab.
Ooh.
He
He's been pushing that.
he has a Scott. I love you. I've never met a man that loves bananas more than Scott does. And
Jay Wilson, one of my buddies, probably could hold the candle
Okay.
to this guy. He loves banana.
did you say you had eating contests on here?
Yes,
Yes,
I was,
sir.
you
Did
just
you-
read
banana-
my mind.
banana
costume?
eating?
I'm
we
in
have
on that.
not.
I love bananas.
Everybody's gonna
Really?
have
Do
the
Yeah.
you
balloon.
learn something new
I
about
do.
you every day, Kim?
No. Yeah.
I love it.
That's 2 for 2 for
love
Kimmee
it.
today.
But yes, we are getting back into the eating challenge game. Our OG show had many, many eating challenges. In 3 weeks, we're going to have the Cluck You wing eating contest
shit.
right here in our sound studio. So we're going to have an amazing show here.
In the back. You guys didn't see the back, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's a whole sound studio
Black
area
box
that
sound
has
stage,
full
yeah.
light up. It looks like you were on a Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, that's why I was saying
Concert
Leonard Skinner.
setup.
We did some
It's
promotional
crazy.
work for.
Yeah, it's
for
really
them.
cool.
Yeah,
I wanna
I'll
see
show
that.
you before you go.
Yeah.
So we're going to have an eating challenge back there, but we're going to start getting back into the eating challenges and some of the things that I've already confirmed. We're going to do a donut eating challenge,
Yes.
and that's going to be Broad Street Dough Company. They're amazing gourmet donuts in New Jersey. We had them on back in 2019, and she was all about doing it again. So they're rich and heavy and delicious, and they're just basically everything wonderful that you're seeing here in donut form.
They're really good.
Nice and heavy, and we're going to see how many of those that people can wolf down. Banana eating challenge might have to happen. It's
Scott,
funny.
you hear that?
Scott, you could be one of our eating contestants.
He's like, it
if
doesn't
that's
count.
the case.
It's not mixed with beer.
All right, well,
Well, you
dunk
can
it in
wash-
the beer
yeah, wash it
first.
down.
Right?
Literally a stout. You gotta dip it in the stout. And,
We'll have a peanut butter stout that you can dunk
Oh, God.
into, right?
Great. Now he's gonna comment that.
Now he's going to comment that.
Peanut butter banana
He's
chocolate
gonna hold
stout.
you to it.
That's what we want.
Sounds like a good idea,
If
though.
if the eating challenges are things that you guys are looking forward to, I want you to hit the share button right now. Let your timeline know that we are on live with Kimmee Masi from Confections of a Rockstar and Drew Noel from the Druery in right outside of Princeton.
Lawrenceville. You can say Lawrenceville. Lawrenceville near Princeton.
You tell me to say something, I'm saying it, right? A couple of weeks ago, Prime 13 wanted me to put their meat in my mouth, and I said, I got it. I'm doing it. You say you want me to do it? This is what we do. So we are enjoying amazing beer. Drew, you're making absolute fantastic beer. It's well beyond the months that you've been open. So cheers to you for that.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yes.
And we're washing it down with some of the most amazing food ever.
You didn't finish that piece of cookie?
No,
I
I'm trying
destroyed
to host
mine.
a show over here.
Oh,
Come on.
man.
I have that coconut stout sitting in there, and I really want to eat it with my cookie. I've been saving this cookie just so when I crack that thing in a minute.
Crack it open because I'll drink this in a millisecond.
I always get left with like a half a glass of beer when you open up the next
Someone's gonna be driving me home if I keep going, or I'm just gonna sleep here.
There you go. Then you
We
get
got
up
a
at
little
4.
couch
and
over
go.
there, too.
I left my keys in my jacket. So I'm gonna put my. Grab
We
it.
need a bottle opener?
Yeah, do you have one on you?
I don't think so.
I have
You
literally
need a
my
bottle
keys.
opener? Because I ain't got one.
I thought maybe I had a lighter in
It's
my
included.
Hey, it's on the bag.
Hey.
Give that brand a shout out
Yeah,
because that just saved you, right?
Dude, who is
That's a man bag. Oh, Eclipse. Speaking of the Eclipse,
Ice Cold Ultra.
Monday, right?
yeah. What is
I
it?
don't
Is
know.
what's the
I don't
deal
understand
here?
the
What?
whole
The eclipse. You know, since it says eclipse on it, I figure why not talk about it?
Oh,
real
seriously?
quick.
Yeah. It's
First of all,
April 8th.
It's definitely not my first eclipse, and neither any of yours.
No,
is.
2017. There was the last
So
one.
like, what's all the hoopla about? And now you're throwing like CERN into the mix, and they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
so-
CERN's gonna do
Full
a
solar
particle.
eclipse.
And,
I went down the rabbit hole one night. I'm like a TikTok, before I go to sleep guy,
me too.
and all I had to do was go on one thing that was talking about the solar eclipse. Isn't really the sun and the moon and Earth are not really in alignment to make a solar eclipse.
Okay.
They're like.
Is it like
It's Planet X. They're saying this planet that whatever Nimibu or whatever the hell the name of it is, and they're saying what the path of totality could happen is that gravitational pull could really get screwed up and cause outages for a long time with cellular providers and this and
Listen.
that. And whether it's true or it's not, it was a fun watch at 2:00 in the morning on TikTok, and I swear I went downstairs and put on tinfoil because I was like, this is freaking
You guys
awesome.
remember?
I
when
am
the year
totally
2000
in on
hit?
this.
You know what I mean? And they did all that hype talk about are the computers going to be
Yeah,
able to
Y2K.
roll over their date? What's going to
I
happen?
DJ'd Y2K at the Breakers, and I fully expected when it switched to midnight,
The power was gonna
power
go down.
outages and stuff. So I played REM's "It's the End of the World as We Know It" right into New Year's, and it didn't do a damn thing. And I
Nope.
was like, womp womp.
I was a little bit younger, so I was standing on my front porch just staring at all the lights going like they're all gonna go out. They're all gonna go out.
That's the same deal with this eclipse.
Yeah, I mean, you were 12.
Get
I
your
Yeah, I
guess.
don't
eclipse
understand it.
glasses.
14.
14. All right.
I,
Give me that bottle. I want to see
Yeah.
Wait,
this.
wait. You were
So-
14 when?
Year
I was born
2000.
in 86.
That's only
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not that much younger.
I mean, it feels.
So yeah, this is Eclipse. It's 12% Russian
Yes.
Imperial aged with coconut. And
Oh, it's
cocoa.
Russian Imperial. All right, very nice. So,
So,
I'm going to be drinking here.
Yeah, with all the stuff with Russia going on right now, people are like blah 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 blah. I'm like, freedom fries.
Dude, one of the best beers that Icarus makes is the Kalashnikov.
Dude,
He's not going to stop making it.
I'm just like,
Sometimes you got to separate
it's a style.
politics from enjoyment, right?
You really
I'm like,
do.
there's imperial stouts, but Russian imperials are more hoppy, and you need that to balance
Yeah,
the beer out.
exactly.
Or not hoppy, more bitter, I should say, because hoppy now is a weird term.
going?
Yes. Yeah. And when you say hoppy, then
You
people
should
are
try a teeny weeny bit.
just a splash, like literally
splash.
just a coating.
Okay.
But she's got the other beer, and that's okay.
Whatever.
Oh, I thought I finished it.
No,
No, he's just saying
Maybe it'll-
residuals.
we don't
Maybe
have
it'll
like
taste
water
really
to
good
rinse out,
together.
but
I'm only doing it like a shot.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
different side of the
Wow.
world, not politically, but a different side of the world from what you were drinking.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I can't wait to bite in with this chocolate chip cookie. I'm almost on my beer.
That's going to be amazing, I think.
I think
Oh.
it's totally gonna.
When I was eating that or drinking that porter with that cookie, I was in chocolate chip heaven.
Yeah, but this I think is actually gonna go better.
Oh, I agree.
Yep.
That's why I mentioned
That's
it.
The darker
earlier.
the
delicious.
stout, the more body you've got behind it, and the more it goes with pastries.
You
and
have
things like that.
seriously given me a really I can't even find the word a much better appreciation of this craft.
All right.
Thank
I'm
you.
not even kidding you.
You have created a chocolate chip cookie that rivals my mother's.
Hey.
No, don't say that out loud.
No, it's serious. And I love crunchy cookies. I don't like soft cookies. And this one having both of it
Wow.
has opened my eyes.
Well, thank you. Tell your mom I love her too because she created.
She's
you.
probably listening. It's my mom.
I love that.
We love you,
Isn't
Mom.
that what they do?
And if you're not listening, you can watch it later. And I'll say I gave you a shout out.
And your cookies are also
Oh, that's
great,
awesome.
Mom. And they're
This
one of a
is-
kind and can never be replaced.
Honestly, you got to
Delicious.
look at it the other way. She's a professional doing this how long? And mom's cookies hold up to that?
Well, they were dad's cookies. Mom didn't. I'm
saying his
Yeah,
mom,
his mom's.
right?
That's pretty impressive. Yeah, but we're probably the same age. Yeah.
You're
yeah.
35. How is that, right?
Come on, no, I look really good for 65.
I would've
No,
carded
I'm
you.
not
It's fine.
65. What?
I would have carded you. Come on.
That's okay. Listen, I'm a realist. I'm 53. What am I gonna do? I can't hide that no
No,
more.
my
I
mom's
heard you
got
say the
beat.
day before,
I'm
I'm
not going
like-
to say her age on live, but
We don't have
she's
to
a
say it.
very
We have
wonderful
fingers.
living. Or a very wonderful living. She's a very wonderful woman.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Neil, cut that one. I want to see it later.
She did a very wonderful job living her life and still rocking and rolling that.
Underneath it, it's
that's
just going to
awesome.
say after a few beers with a little dot, dot, dot.
Fair.
Fair, right?
What's the alcohol content in this?
Oh, this one's 12.
Russian
12%.
concoction.
Done.
Yeah.
12.
It's basically like a bottle of wine,
Yeah.
similar, 12, 13%.
Wow.
That's after the 7.5.
Yes.
After the.
Yeah.
To be fair, we never had a
8.2,
full glass
Yeah,
of
we
any
didn't.
of them.
We didn't
Fair.
chug a whole glass of
and the
anything.
5.2.
This is why you share. It's called a share.
Yes.
I like
For a
it.
reason.
Yeah, so we do bottle and can shares all the time at my house, and we always pair it together with Wagyu. We always have like Wagyu meats. We do every 6 or 8 weeks we do Wagyu meat night. So we all go in on a Wagyu box.
Those are
I
everything
cook
I
all
hope
of
you're
that, but then we have the best bourbon, we have the best craft beer, and it just becomes like. But we do it on like paper plates and stuff. We like to be bougie on a budget.
That's
we like
fair.
to
I
have
like
fun
that.
with it, right? But I mean, this would fit in so perfectly. So for the next Wagyu night, I'm coming to you. I'm getting a couple
right, man.
of things that I can
Yeah.
pour for these guys.
We have some releases coming out, some really good hazies coming out. Cool thing about the Eclipse is we put 15 gallons into a rye barrel before we added the coconut and cocoa. And then we put 10 gallons into a rum barrel after we
Yeah,
added
nice.
it. So we have a...
And then you blended.
We're not going to blend because, well, maybe.
Do a super rare blend. Just
2 bottles.
You were going to do them separate.
Well, I mean, how much do you
Flavor.
I
have?
have 25 gallons total of both combined. So we're going to... We'll
Yeah,
probably,
2 bottles, and I'll take one, and you take.
Yeah,
the
I'll
other.
mix them when we're doing it. Yeah.
Let's go.
Or how about we just get 2 bottles of each and we can test out the blend.
Yes, sounds good to me too.
Sounds
we'll make
like
a
a plan.
cuvee.
Yeah, there
we'll
we
just
go.
do it. We'll do it together.
Be like, check it out. I floated the 2 beers. Can't you tell?
Yeah, exactly. Like the North Sea connecting to the Red Sea or something. They're separate.
That'd be awesome.
You 100% lost me on that one.
I love it. I
have
love
no
that you're
idea
lost.
What that even means.
Yeah, and all
Different-
I know is that
different
it's really
weights.
good.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm there with them.
I mean, different weights for.
No, I got
same
that,
beer.
but when you hit
Yeah.
cuvee or something.
A cuvee is just a blend of 2 beers, and you make like your own
Okay.
blend. It's called a cuvee.
I've only
Duh.
seen like Irish car bombs, and that's shot in beer.
I didn't know.
Have you
what
ever
it
had,
was
like, a
either.
black and
Don't feel
tan?
bad.
Yeah, black and tan would be
Okay,
separate.
okay,
Snake
but
bite.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
a snake bite is a definite cuvee.
fair enough.
Yeah,
Snake
they're,
bite, I have
they're
no idea.
delicious.
We're bringing you back.
It's okay. I'll
We're
have
bringing
it.
you back into it.
teach you.
Bill Kiefer said, as the official juice
Oh my
sipper of
God.
the Druery, I support this. Cheers to
Wow.
you, buddy.
Cheers, Bill. That's the nicest thing I've ever heard you say. You'll appreciate that.
Don't you love it about the craft beer community, though?
Bill's amazing because everything I heard about Bill prior to actually meeting him in person was just he lives under a bridge on online forums. And he is actually, if
Exactly.
you tell him this to a person, he'll nod and be like, I've earned that title.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. The craft beer community
He's
is
great.
probably 1/3 trolls, 1/3 newbies that have no idea what's going on in the community, and then 1/3 of people that want to help.
Yeah.
But it's funny trying to decipher who's who, Because sometimes you get somebody that's a newbie asking the wrong person, and then you got the troll telling them the complete wrong information, and you're just watching this going, where's this going to go?
Bill Kiefer just put an emoji up there with a hand raised. I'm positive. He's like, I would never do that.
No,
Ever.
of course not.
This guy.
Yep.
Was the juice worth the squeeze on that cookie weight with it
Dude.
or what?
Yes.
I'm telling you, do you want to try? You should take a little piece of
I'm
that
gonna-
chocolate chip
I'm gonna
cookie,
have to
pour a
do
little
it.
bit of this,
do
take a bite, and take a sip.
Don't you threaten me, Drew.
Damn, don't threaten me with a
Yeah,
good
this
tip.
It
was
is.
really good.
You threaten
That
me
was
here
amazing.
tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that was half the reason why he said to me, do you want me to bring the 12%? He didn't even get the rest out. And I was like, yes, please
Yeah,
do
do
that.
that one.
Oh, Ben Irvine just joined us. Hey, so Ben, we are here.
Getting
with-
diabetes.
Yes, getting diabetes. I can't believe Kimmy's still here, but I love that she is. So
She's like, I have to leave.
I mean,
definitely.
I'll leave. It's okay.
No,
I mean,
she
I
said
do have to leave.
she
soon. I'm
was
tired.
like, I got to be out of here. I got to get up early in the morning. So I said, we'll get you out by 7:30. I didn't hold you back, but I'm glad you
No,
stayed.
I'm glad I
love
stayed
it.
too. This
So I
was
have
great.
I have
She
Kimmee Masi here from Confections of a Rockstar. She's from Asbury Park, New Jersey. And if you guys have never been there, it's right on Cookman Avenue. Please go visit and try all of this absolute deliciousness that we have on the table. And then I'm here with Drew Noel, who is from the Druery, who has provided us with an amplitude of beer. So we started out at a 5%, then we went to like an 8%, right?
Drop down to a 7.5.
7.5, yep.
Now we're up to.
And now we're up to the
And
12%
then punch us in the
Eclipse.
face with the 12.
That's it. So Ben Irvine said, let's go. Gonna need a cannoli full of insulin. Yeah, Ben.
That's a good one.
Did you try that with the sip of that?
Yes,
Yet?
I did.
It's such a good combo.
How do you
isn't it?
feel?
Really good.
How do you feel? Did it?
It complements it really well because this is really sweet and it's almost like
He's like, this is really sweet compared to the chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, exactly. Chocolate chip cookies, a little salty.
no. In all seriousness, it does like it's
It's like dipping it in milk.
Yeah.
yeah
Except-
okay.
Except it's
A
just
little different than milk. but
chocolate
definitely-
milk, boozy chocolate milk.
Yeah, yeah.
You get the
Yeah,
coconut in there because she
syrupy
said this. you know.
coconut,
Yeah.
chocolate milk.
Hey, James,
Yes.
how's the diet go?
Oh, it's great. It's every Thursday.
Every Thursday, he's like, I'm
Wonder
on a
why
diet. And I'm
I
like,
never
all right,
lose weight.
we'll see.
I'm gonna go follow you like right now.
Yes.
I think I do though.
Yeah.
I think I followed you.
The cookie is so good too. So it's like
Dude, isn't that an awesome chocolate chip cookie?
I also need your phone number.
So, by the way,
We'll
guys,
talk
we
it
are
I'll DM you. I'll drop into
Yeah,
your
that's
DMs.
perfect.
we're doing an event at Prime 13, 420.
yeah.
We're calling it the Great Smokeout event at Prime 13. They're a wood-fired steakhouse, so they're going to be wood-fired steakhouse smoking amazing meats. It's 6 courses with beignets as the dessert meal. Beignets.
I
yeah.
know what a beignet is. It just roll out yesterday.
But here it is. But we have the first course, which is beef poutine nachos, braved strip loin and filet, veal demi-glace, fried cheese curds, and crispy tortillas. That's the first course. Then we're going to have stuffed smoked poblanos, which have clams, bacon, andouille, and Gouda in it. That sounds amazing. Third course, shrimp cocktail,
Bloody
which
Mary.
is going to have a Bloody Mary, smoked sea salt, Kalamata olives, and pickled jalapeno. The fourth, buttermilk fried chicken, coleslaw, and pickled vegetables. And as if you needed a fifth, it is the feature. It is fire sliced prime ribeye, smoked cipollinis, long hots, oyster mushrooms, and then we're rounding it off with some beignets with cayenne chocolate raspberry sauce. Madon.
Yeah.
And we're going to have hand-rolled cigars there. It is 420, so some of those hand-rolled cigars will probably just split open or something, you know. So it is the Let's Get Smoking from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Icarus is also equipping us with Witty Fool and Drinking Crayons. Now, it's a BYOB there.
Drinking crayons
So
is great.
one of each is going to be complimentary with your ticket. So you get 2 delicious beers. Located outside in the covered pavilion right there in Point Pleasant on Main Street. So you guys are going to want to reserve your spaces. So it's you reserve and then you pay at the door. So There is a link on my page. There's a link on Prime 13, or you can just look it up on our page. But the 420 Let's Get Smoking event is going to be a tasty time.
It sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Ben Irvine goes, drinking crayons. Oh, Lord.
That was
I-
the
such a good
brainchild
one.
of the show. We just like,
Yep.
let's
I
do
do have-
this. And let's do it on
I don't know what that
420.
means. I mean, I hate to say it. but
Drinking crayons is just a name of a beer, but it's the
Oh,
name of a hazy IPA that they do at Icarus. And Icarus is one of the longest brewing companies in New Jersey. They've been around 8-9 years. They're one of the most popular. The real long time boys are kind of shutting up shop.
Yeah.
And it's a bummer to see, but like Flying Fish just closed their doors.
Changing beer market.
Yeah, it stinks. We hate to see the old guys go, in the past, but it's either adapt or die.
Yeah.
The industry is ever changing, and you just have to be willing to change with
And
it.
it's tough to retool and everything else to
Yeah.
re-gear. So,
But once your branding is a certain thing, it's hard to change everything and still service the people that have always bought your beer and try to get new people at the same time. So it's that hard balance. It's like when they went VCR to DVD.
Yeah.
Some companies just couldn't do it, right? Blockbuster Video. They didn't know what the heck they were doing, right? All of a sudden Netflix took over.
I have to give a shout out to Greg because he texted me that there was something in my beard.
In your beard.
Thanks, guys. No, I got it out. I think I
I
got it out
can't
now.
see my glasses.
Yeah.
on
I
my
saw it like a
chest.
half hour ago, but I thought you were just reserving it for later,
This
right?
whole show, I haven't really even looked at
Yeah.
you one time.
Sorry, I thought that was part of like the beard code. Was like after you eat something to look at your other person's beard.
I mean,
I
I
didn't
appreciate
study
you
it. I
telling
didn't
me.
see it.
so thank you.
But
Thank
you
Greg.
you kept saying I'm reserving my cookie for when we pour the beer. I just thought you were
wasn't
reserving the
it
cookie
was
in
the-
your beer.
It was the white frosting. The cookie you can't tell. The
I
white
didn't say
frosting.
it
All
from over
right.
here.
I didn't see it either.
Oh, can I just add that
Yes.
Sean, who works for me, is just saying hi to his bro Neil.
Oh, there
Hi,
we
Neil.
go.
Thanks.
They're
You hear that, Neil?
brothers.
Your bro says hi. Hi.
Sorry.
I was waiting too when you guys were connecting before. I was waiting to see who had the ringback tone.
What
You
do you
guys
mean,
weren't
like,
like connecting before?
Did we connect?
You guys both had your phones out at
Oh.
the same time. I thought you were
Oh,
calling each other.
no.
No,
I
I got-
mean,
I
I
thought you were,
followed
like-
you.
I got distracted
I'm
by
still
the.
waiting.
Hold
It's
up,
okay.
I'm coming. I'm
DL
coming. I'm coming. I'm
texting
coming.
about
I'm coming. I'm
us.
coming. I'm
All right,
coming.
I
I'm
don't
coming.
mind.
Shh.
Listen, it's all good.
We just got another sound clip that we got to pull
What?
from Neil. Neil, please pull that.
Boom.
He just went, I'm coming.
Wait a minute. We've got the
Wait,
best
what just
social
happened?
clip that we haven't played
Backdoor,
yet
don't
because
ask.
it's off
Oh.
color. From John Henderson, who sits down and the first thing out of his
Do you know who
mouth.
John Henderson is?
The name is very
John
familiar.
Henderson. Oh, there's Happy Nuts on the screen.
Oh,
Right?
is
Just,
that him?
everything's happening right
There
now.
you go.
Is
John Henderson is the owner of Good Time Tricycle. We had him on last
Oh,
week.
yeah, I
He
saw
puts
that.
on the Asbury Park, the AC Beer Fest and all of those really cool festivals down south. But he is a funny dude, and he is not above saying some edgy stuff.
No.
And we have some really hilarious
Came out of the
drops.
box with it too, you
Yep.
know, like the first thing on the microphone.
Literally the first thing
Yeah.
last week. He's got a curled up mustache. He's got one that's, a little curled up. And he said that I feel like your PJ, you're in the middle of a hipster sandwich.
Yeah, with the
and then he said,
glasses and the
it's
mustache.
like those porn videos where
like-
there's two dudes with, you got the smallest penis in the middle. And I'm like, whoa,
Like right out of the
He's like,
box.
right
I
out
didn't
the
even know how to
gate.
Yeah, but that's
respond.
good though.
coming in hot.
There you go.
No, it was hilarious. We had
That
such
is
a good
funny.
show last week. It was so fun. John's an amazing dude.
You should have started with that. We could have gotten way more in depth with all this stuff. I've been.
Absolutely.
We have
My
the
wife
clip
is like,
we can
he's
show
so
you
reserved
guys.
tonight. I don't
We're trying to
understand."
support businesses here, so I'm not trying to cross those bridges until
Hey,
you
look,
guys do it,
I
right?
said you've
good
been
with it.
doing this on-air stuff for a long time. Porn
Yeah.
sandwich sounds.
Yes.
It's a different diversity. You have to diversify or die.
Yeah.
Fair.
Have you ever been down at the AC Beer Fest?
I have.
Yeah, it's a good time, right? It's a lot
Yeah,
of
I
fun.
have. We haven't. I think we might have gotten invited. We haven't. We've been invited to a lot of different places. We just don't have the volume or
Yeah,
capacity
that's.
to
I
do
mean,
it.
that's really what it is. You need to have the excess volume to
Yeah,
be able to
it's-
go down there.
It's tough, and right now we're just focusing on everything else. But I do remember getting down there.
It's a
Every
fun
time I've gone, I don't necessarily remember the rest of the night.
There you go. Yeah, I was
But
just gonna
that's
say.
how you
yeah.
know you tried a lot of different beers, and you probably enjoyed most of them.
Yep.
Good times.
And there's 100 breweries now. I think 119.
In just Jersey.
Not
Or like-
just
No,
Jersey
they
breweries.
service
He
anywhere,
said
yeah.
about 50% are Jersey breweries, and then
Okay.
he's got other ones that are either in Maryland or Virginia, but they're just
Local to the region.
So is it 2 ounce pour? I'm just trying to do the math.
so. It's a 2 ounce pour
Okay.
for sure.
So 119 times 2 times 2.
Yeah,
You
if
can
you
get-
if
that's
you
good.
get to all of the booths, then
that was quick maths. Actually, give me the figure
That's
now
like
that you're
800,
just doing.
Oh god,
Give or
that's
take.
that's 16, 16, 32, 464.
Let me see your common core.
I have no idea if that's right.
I gotta
just
go to
say
my
numbers.
I
calculator.
didn't
People
even
will
hear
agree
the
with you.
real recipe.
No, that's definitely wrong.
What did you say? 119?
No, because that'd be
119 breweries, 2 ounces would be 230.
472.
The X-Files theme song just went off in my head.
138.
Well, 4 times 2 times 2.
238.
If everybody has 2.
Times 2.
Settle down.
476.
That's a lot of
476. I said
ounces.
472. I
I
messed
said
up.
800 first go, so I don't even know where I was at.
I'm
It's
watching
all good.
people check out at this point. They're like, it's math, and these guys are drinking.
Yeah.
It's like at the guys at the end of the night trying to total up the bill and pay for it. They're like, I had 3, you had
You give me
6.
$40.
You give me 20, and I'll pay 200.
Who's covering tip?
Yeah, who's covering the tip here?
$73 times 2.
So I'm going down to AC Beer Fest with this guy. We're going to cover it
My
on the
first one.
13th.
It's next month, April 13th, right?
It's next week.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's April
Yeah, I'm missing that one.
13th. So the Saturday we're going to go down. John's hooking us up with the bands so we can interview the bands,
music
which is
too.
going to be really
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
Because it's
Who's playing?
there it is, pouring at the AC Beer and Music Fest. This is just 20 of the 100 plus, but there's some fantastic companies. Bolero Snort, which is a local brewery up North Jersey. They're always in it. They've been doing this thing for 10 years. Glasstown's another New Jersey brewery. Let's see, we have
The Hem Pretzel place.
Jersey,
we're really talking about brewery.
Jersey Cyclone. But the company that reached out to us a couple of weeks ago that we have been just devouring their sauce, King Sauce. They make this absolutely universal sauce that goes on literally everything. It's like a cream base.
Yeah.
It is so good. There's a lot of flavor to it, but it's not too much of anything. I like to describe it that way. It's not like
You would be surprised.
Do you have one that was opened in?
yes,
we have
yeah.
one
We'll
here.
let you
Yeah,
try
one
before you
Well,
leave.
no, I
It's-
was gonna say somebody famous, right? So $3,000.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
3.
It was touched by Bon Jovi.
Ace Frehley licked the tip of it, so
guy,
it's going to be
guy.
$2,500.
You guys used it last episode when you were between
Yes.
the little sandwich. Just
Exactly.
Pour the little PJ there in the middle.
This was it was a porn sandwich and drizzle me with king sauce.
You're my king.
We missed that in the graphic. We have to re-edit that.
This is what happens when you finish off the night with a 12 ounce. A 12 percenter. If it was 12 ounce, it wouldn't be that
Math.
crazy. But yeah, math.
Yeah.
Yay, math.
This is a giant bottle. It's like a 40. You just came one shy of.
It's
You're so
750
glad.
milliliters.
It's a 22 ounce.
22.
It was so close to 40.
I mean, halfway there.
But these ones are 32. So if you add the two together, you're still closer to 40.
There you go. Math. So if you guys are still with us, which I appreciate that you are, we have Kimmee Masi from Confections of a Rockstar, and we have Drew Noel from the Druery. And he has poured us a lot of delicious beer.
Yep.
And things have gotten a little loose, and,
All of a sudden-
we're having some fun.
Drunk history.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's one of the funniest shows on TV. Have you ever seen Drunk History?
No.
It's on Comedy Central. It's basically everyone they're famous people, a lot of famous people. They get loaded and then tell you history stories, but they're just totally drunk
And
when
then
they're
they
telling
narrate
it.
it. Or
Yeah,
like
it's
gotta
they
be awesome.
animate it, I should say.
Yeah,
Or no,
then they
act it
animate
out.
it. Yeah, they'll act it out. They'll act it out, but then some of them are little animated pieces as well.
Tell the story about George Washington. There was this guy. He was on the corner, and he crossed a river.
And he had wooden teeth.
Yeah.
And he couldn't eat apples, and one fell on his head.
So funny.
And then people said, "Vote for him."
Oh God, I gotta see that.
Ben said, "Gonna need a tutor here." He's not working out the math too well here. All right, I
Don't
think
judge.
I think we're gonna wrap it up. What do you think?
Yeah.
Are you looking at all of the tasties? that are
Yeah.
on
So
the website?
first, you guys both have merch, which it's awesome. I like the glazed hoodie, by the way.
glazed
thanks.
hoodie.
Like,
What?
yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, you want to see?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up myself. So you have a merch section, which is awesome.
We
Yeah,
do. Just
that's
don't
pretty
try
dope.
and buy it because it says something about December, and I haven't fixed it yet. I haven't got. You can only
Daddy.
put it in your cart and pick it up on December 24th.
Oh no,
I
we're
think
gonna
mine
have to.
still
We're gonna.
says once they're ordered.
Cake Daddy.
Yeah, Cake Daddy was really popular.
But with all the Diddy stuff going on, I think we're gonna have to stay away from Cake Daddy now.
Well, I don't
right?
want to. It doesn't say Cake Diddy.
Diddy.
It says Cake Daddy.
It's just reminding me.
No, I was looking at the venues that you partnered up with. You were partnered up with Broad Street Donuts, so
There you go.
I
Des.
you know what? Listen, I adore her.
Yeah, she's great.
She's good people. I do a lot of, the baking industry. I don't know what it's like in your industry, but the baking industry is cutthroat. Like
It is in beer. Too.
It is.
it's just like people don't like each other, and I'm just like, there's enough people to buy baked goods. Why can't we just all get along?
Is it that
grow
bad?
together, man.
It's the way. I mean, it's just the way you are personally.
Grow
Like
together.
I still hide in the corner, so
You in that
second
corner?
I
time,
haven't
this
found that
guy.
out.
This guy likes his corner.
You
It's
like that
200
corner.
square feet. You're not in
Yeah,
that
it's a
corner that's very
corner.
far away.
look, it's packed in there. You won't find me.
I can't wait.
Is the corner sticky because you had all that beer that poured into it?
Maybe,
I see.
maybe that's the reason. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it just smells
King sauce.
fantastic in that. I gotta let you taste the king sauce before you.
Watermark. Russell's great, by the way. What a great dude.
Who's great?
Russell
Oh, which Russell?
over at Watermark.
Oh, Russell. That
Oh
Russell.
yeah.
He's
Russ
a
is great.
guy.
And he was one of the first people around the area that did a non-alcoholic night.
Yep.
And he
And it's
it
successful.
went so well.
Yep. Really successful.
That during the off season, during like January, February, and March, he started doing one night a month. That was just like he would make cordials that were everything that you'd expect out of a mixed drink, but without the
Without the
alcohol.
alcohol.
Yeah.
And people would come just like it was a bar setting, but get to enjoy their alcohol-free stuff. And it gave them like a little hat tip to like, we see you.
Genius.
It was so smart. He said, dude,
It's
it went
smart.
so well.
Yeah, it was genius.
Yeah,
Another
smart.
thing he did that was great too, which unfortunately it doesn't have the ability to offer anymore, is when he was doing his own infused bourbons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the bottles he was selling,
they
the
were
little
so
mixed drinks,
good.
right?
They were so good. Yeah, they were so good.
It was Russell Lewis, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that who it is? Yeah,
Is
Russell.
that just a crackdown on like infusing things with alcohol, or
Yeah, they're from I don't.
yeah, I mean, there's-
It was the time during
ABC,
COVID and right after
Yeah.
where they were allowing you to basically deliver and sell.
Yeah.
They were allowing you to run your business still. And then once it got far enough outside of COVID, they were like, we're not going to let you just sell
Yeah.
your mixed
You
drinks
can't
and
do
take
mixed
them home
drinks to go.
anymore.
Yeah, no.
Even though if you go to a cash register at a liquor store, they got 10 of them right there, right? They're in bottle.
Yeah.
They're called Moscow Mules. They're called the old fashions.
Well, it's the same thing. Like for us, we're allowed to, if you want to buy a can in the place now. Well, now they just changed the laws saying that we can discount and you can discount drinks or whatever. But we still have to pour the can from behind the counter because you're not allowed to drink a can.
There's so many archaic, silly rules
far as I
about
know.
craft beer.
Wait, what?
yeah, there's lots of weird shit.
Wow.
So one of the big
You
things
make cookies and you sell cookies. We make alcohol and they're like,
yeah.
you stop right there.
Yeah, you're allowed to do certain things. You're not allowed to have a TV over 50 inches big until
they changed
3-4
the rules.
months ago.
Yeah.
The rules just changed.
Projectors are fine. They're not a TV.
I would just project everywhere.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to have playoffs on unless you register it as an event.
They changed it. but
They
you still have
changed
to
the rules.
register.
I'm saying, but these are the rules,
Yeah.
the
This just
archaic
happened
rules up
January
until
of this year. that
January
changed,
of this
from what I
year, they
Is
understand.
changed.
this like state by state or
Oh
federal?
yeah,
State by
100%.
state, yeah.
100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
New Jersey was stuck in like 1945 rules.
I was going to say 1940.
I thought you were going to
Okay,
say
we're close, right?
1914.
So
yeah.
draconian, yeah, just really
Wow.
old rules. If you go to Florida, you'd be hard pressed to find a place that sells beer and doesn't sell a kind of food next to it. And they're known for their breweries that also have amazing food. Here, you need 2 licenses or else it's not allowed.
Separate, yeah.
You're not allowed to have a restaurant inside your building unless it's a full restaurant license with liquor license. And that's because the liquor licenses people pay
It's that
$650,000,
same bull
$800,000.
crap,
Yep.
New Jersey red tape garbage that they do as a money grab.
Yeah, well, they made it a commodity for a liquor license and limited the amount of them that
For
you
no
can sell.
reason, just to do it.
Wow.
Because they wanted it to be a value that you take with you, and the restaurant lobby kind of controlled things for a long time.
Yep.
So they were hammering these guys, saying like you can have 2 TVs and they have to be 50 inches or
So you're
smaller.
not a sports bar.
Yeah, so you're not a sports bar, and you're not battling mom and pop who hasn't done anything different. Hey, you're the man, Neil.
He's
He
got,
put
like,
he
the
put the
law up
actual
there.
laws up on the screen. Neil's the best. This is why Wrecked Productions is so awesome, and why if you're going to have your own podcast,
Yeah.
you need to have it here
Okay.
because you'll have Neil back there
He's in the control room,
doing
which
the
you
work
haven't seen yet.
for
Yeah, he's
you,
not
and
even
then
in the room
bringing
with
up what
us.
you need. You know how Joe Rogan always yells like, throw that up on the
Yeah, yeah.
screen for us." Neil is that guy
He's
for
already
us.
doing it.
But I don't even have to say, "Hey,
Yeah,
Neil,
that's
throw it up on
awesome.
the screen."
Look, there it goes.
You're the man,
That's
Neil. You get a
amazing.
Pop
Also,
Tart.
not to switch subjects, I saw 2 things. One, Gordon Ramsay came to your location. That's true.
That was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
That was super cool. Yeah, because
Did you
he's
high-five him?
super. He's just like, yeah, he's so tall.
He's intense, but
Taller
he's
than
awesome,
me,
right?
tall?
Yeah, he was. Honestly, I did not expect him to be so cool, but he was really like. I was sitting out front, and I had somebody behind the counter, and I was like doing paperwork, and I heard his voice, and I picked my head up, and I was just like,
no way.
oh my god. And it's like, holy shit! Like, how can you be so like? I was just blown away, like totally fangirl.
Did he love it? Did he love it?
He did. As a matter of fact, he signed the wall, and he's like, "Are you going to franchise this?" I'm like, "I guess maybe one day." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Brilliant, fucking brilliant." And that's exactly what he signed on the
You're
wall.
not the first business that Gordon has touched that we've been a part of. It's our longtime buddies over at Blend on Main.
Oh yeah.
Had Gordon in, and he was on Kitchen Nightmares. But what's really funny is there was no nightmare in his kitchen, and what they got him on was they framed it around. This is how I know now that they write a story
Of course.
before. They tried to say he was too mean to his staff. Now, if you know Chef Lou, Chef Lou is one of the nicest people on the planet Earth, and he has loyalty for over 10 years from a lot of the people that work there. They love him. But they had one person that wanted to be his assistant chef and then his sous chef and then eventually the chef, and she wasn't getting that shine. So she told the story, and it became, is she going to stay or is she going to go? And then she ended up leaving and going to a competitor. And it became a fun storyline for the show. But he dumped $150,000. Gordon did $150,000 into renovating the entire place, putting in new tables, new chairs, new everything, because he believed in that business.
Wow.
That's
awesome.
It was not something that he does for everybody, but he said, I had such a great
Yeah,
time. You guys are
attachment.
doing such awesome
That's
things.
awesome.
I want to show my appreciation. He made that place absolutely beautiful again.
He's like, we still have to make a story,
100%.
but
Wow.
I'm going to pay you back for that story.
Yeah, like, look, I'm going to frame you as the mean guy.
Yeah.
But that's not going to stick. Nobody's not going to come to your restaurant because you're the mean guy. Gordon Ramsay's the mean guy.
Right.
Everybody goes to his restaurant. But what they said was, he's meaner than Gordon. And he took that as
I want to say I think I saw that somewhere
like-
too.
he
Yeah.
took
like-
that, he was like, I'm
he's a
meaner
good
than
guy.
Gordon.
T-shirt franchise.
Exactly.
I also see Mike and Lauren Sorrentino on your webpage, which we share a commonality there. Mike recorded his new audiobook, Reality Check, here
Oh,
in
did
the
he really?
studio.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
We spent 2 weeks with him here.
Awesome.
Surprisingly great guy, actually. Surprisingly great guy. We really liked him after his time here.
I gotta say, they're all they're just normal people.
Yeah,
Yep.
totally.
And now they're older. They're
Yeah.
not 22 obnoxious anymore.
No, Lauren was a
they're all
sweetheart.
really cool.
His
They're 40
mom
with
was a really
families,
nice
you know?
lady too. They were really nice.
But also, if you know anything about Mike, his story is that he came from down here and now he's here and he changed his whole life.
Yeah.
And that's what his book is about.
Right.
So if you don't, there he is. Look at Neil. Neil's on his game today.
Oh, he is quick.
Hey, there's
If he was
Gordon and Kimmee.
If he was really
Oh,
on
that's
his
so
game,
funny.
he would have been able to really quickly switch over to a picture of Mike here
Yeah,
in the
it's Mark
studio.
Weiss.
Wow.
Mark Weiss.
Wow.
Love
I know
Mark
him.
Weiss.
Mark Weiss.
Are you, do you?
Yeah.
Great
So
guy.
I got started with this guy named Jeff Tisman.
Oh
who's a
yeah, the photographer.
Yep.
Yeah. So Jeff and I started working with him like 20 years ago. Jeff and I are really good friends, and
You're a photographer as well,
Yep.
right? Yep.
and Mark Weiss. We went to a couple of his shows and stuff like that because Jeff worked with Mark Weiss. That's how he got
Okay.
his start. So like you're talking about all this stuff. Like I have the backdrop that Bon Jovi was shot at my house. Like it's just sitting there. It was
Awesome.
like used for some of those like big rock band stuff that Jeff used to do. And Jeff's like, I don't know what to do with this, and I was like, I'll take it. So
Oh,
hey,
that's
if you need a photography backdrop, I got one for $3,000.
For three.
in my
No,
house.
man, you got to price that.
Shot on Bon Jovi.
3,500.
Bon Jovi was shot on
Oh,
it.
you got the whole crew.
I need that.
You got Pauly.
I
you got
need that. I
Snooki.
can can I take it on a loan or something?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
We
awesome.
can hang out. I mean, it's just
I love
it's,
that.
it's a gray backdrop. It's nothing special, but it is special because Bon Jovi.
I'll
Probably
be your agent.
Absolutely.
He'll take it for 24 cookies every 2 weeks.
Fair. I could do that.
Yeah, I could do that.
I could do that for
on
you
loan.
tomorrow.
Yep.
I got you.
Actually, I'll just give you the dough. You can bake them at your leisure.
There you go.
Done deal.
That's even better than your house smells
Oh,
like
it's so
it.
funny. Yeah, Mark is a good guy. Mark's a really good guy.
So yeah, his galleries are amazing. Like I went out to AC with him, or with Jeff actually, and Mark was hosting something. It's like, all these crazy people when photographers were hired, not just in.
Yeah.
They're now it's all controlled by the labels and everything else who shoots your pictures. But
yeah.
like it's like Bon Jovi, like Cheech and Chong is there. Like you're like looking through his like things. You're like, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
And I was just hanging out, living his life, and
Yep.
still rock starring it out.
I love when you meet people that you look up to and they're
See,
actually
hey,
really
we have a
cool.
connection.
Yeah. I think we have quite a few.
I'm
Actually.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we have found that
Kinda
this
crazy.
circle is very small, right? We know so many of the same people.
Yeah, but good people know good people.
And that's it.
I mean,
And New Jersey is the most densely populated, but you for some reason have connections with so many people here,
true.
right? And you just find out that other good businesses are hanging out with other good businesses.
They say your network is your net worth.
That's it.
Right.
100%. Hey, there's James and Mike right up there.
It's
Where
very
we
true.
go. I didn't even have.
You missed it.
yeah,
I
there
saw
you
it.
go.
I saw it. He put it up there. Neil put it back up there for you.
Yep.
Fun.
That's it. So, yep. So we have lots of things to celebrate today. Lots of tasty food, lots of tasty beer. We're going to have a collab going on here.
are.
I'm going to get to
guys
taste
are
the
welcome.
food from it.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. I think we need to do that collab
Yeah.
and then
And then
redo
taste
another.
it.
I would love that.
Yep.
That-
I would absolutely love
That's
that.
called
play
the
around with it.
callback.
Yeah.
We will call it back and
Yeah,
we'll
but
have
can I
the
come
beer
and play
here.
with it? Like I want to be a part of that process. I think
Oh,
that would be
please.
super
Of course.
cool.
You're the one that's going to pour the cookies in there.
They
right?
do it. They do a lot of stuff with just in the mash. Literally, if you have cookies that are a day past prime, which you probably won't sell as much because you're like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Then they
They go-
rehydrate with the liquid that we're
They
poured
go
in the beer.
great
anyway.
into beer. You can literally mix it right in the mash and use the sugars and
Okay.
everything else from it.
Wow.
Oh, you don't know what to do with yourself now, do you?
Yeah, it's like that the whole fruity pebbles beers that they make. You know,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Awesome. So it'll just steep. Like how long will it sit there?
I mean, mash
So
is
it's
usually
like-
about an hour.
Hour.
I like how you get like real down and low and up.
Yeah, well, you know,
When he's
it's
talking his
now
beer,
it's
it
getting
goes down
factual.
here.
This is thespian action right now. Just project. Shout now, Brown Cow. We got this.
Give me some more of that Russian
Hold on, hold on.
Imperial.
And over here tonight, we
Pass
have
me that
YouTube.
bottle, please.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
totally.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
finish that.
The mash.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go home with like a third of a bottle. That's
You get-
rude.
Yeah, that thing was we threw a ton
Want
of
any
toasted
more?
coconut
No, I'm
in there.
done. No, I'm totally
No.
done.
I mean,
No.
I'll take.
Oh, I tripped.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, geez, I can't believe you guys are finishing it. That makes me so sad.
Jim DeRocker, that will need to be poured directly into my mouth.
Jim,
Good.
Jim is another photographer. Also, he does all my graphics and stuff like that. So the actual logo design was by Jim.
Oh, that's
Shout
awesome.
out to
Nice job, Jim. We were
Yeah.
just commenting on how cool the logo
The
is.
packaging
the Tri-Pixel on Instagram.
Yeah,
He
it's a
does
good
lot of
it's a
great
good
shit.
fit.
makes all the difference.
Yeah.
Same
Sure
thing
does.
with you too.
Absolutely.
Catchy name, great logo, great artwork. You know,
Well,
Speaking
I had
of
a
logos-
really good logo.
That's
that
right.
I yep. Go
We had
ahead,
a
go ahead, tell
connection
the story.
from the beginning. So
from before I even opened.
yes.
Yep.
So my wife, who is a graphic
Well, I
artist
also know
for
AJ.
15 plus years, she was working with Kimmee on her marketing to get her started and all of her social
Wow.
media and stuff.
Yep.
And we came up with a logo that a guy that I was DJing with, he's an artist, and he drew Kimmee in caricature form coming out of a bass drum, like a kick drum.
Yeah.
And she used that as her logo for the first like 8 years of the business or something,
Like
right?
10 years.
Yeah,
That's
and,
awesome.
Yeah.
And
Where's this? Is it? Do you have a tattoo on your arm? I want to see that.
No,
I would
don't-
totally.
You can find
Neil,
it. Yeah,
Neil,
go
if
ahead.
you Neil will find it. Neil, if you just look up "Confections of a Rockstar" and you look up in Google the pink logo with the bass, he'll find it. I guarantee within like a minute
Neil's
he's got
becoming
it.
famous now.
That's right. Anybody that's watching, and Neil is in the back. He's doing
Everybody,
work.
They set their timers on there. They're like, Siri,
Let's see.
start now.
Starting.
Can't believe they said
You
that.
just set off
Give me 5
people's
seconds.
series.
Look,
There it is.
See,
There it
he's
is.
popping it up right now.
Yep.
It's coming.
Click.
So
double
that
click.
is Yeah, that's the old logo. Because I used to wear a tie to all these
You don't
events
have
that I
it
would
up
go
there.
to.
What is that? A LinkedIn or something?
And no, I don't have a Lincoln. Did you say a Lincoln?
LinkedIn.
Lincoln?
LinkedIn.
Is that a Lincoln vehicle?
I don't think I'm even on LinkedIn.
He's just trying to find a picture that he could blow
Open
up.
image and new tab.
Yeah, right click, open
Right-click.
image in new tab.
Yeah,
Oh,
come
that's
on,
funny. I
bro.
don't
You're
even
supposed to
know
be
that.
better than that.
Don't
Pretty
come
small,
down
hold
on
on.
your employee. He's working so hard for us
I
right
probably
now.
don't even have an original. on
it's
my
a-
phone.
Oh, now just zoom
the
in,
other
but
one.
it's going to be
The other one's gonna be
pixelated and
bigger.
crazy.
Yeah.
He's like, nah.
But you know
I'll
what?
take
It's
it
going to
away.
give us the idea.
All right.
the
Well,
concept.
you guys are looking up that direction. So when it pops up, I'm going to turn my head and look at it.
All
'cause
right.
I'm gonna-
We'll let you know.
Listen,
Thank you.
Yeah, but to some
got
degree,
it.
so it
here
kind
comes.
of, I kind of look. There you go. Like if Liberace and Liza Minnelli had a baby.
Yes, there it is.
That's exactly what I see when I look at that.
I loved
Say-
it. I loved it.
I heard
did
Chris
too,
in the
and it
background
did-
laughing at that or something.
It did have a lot of traction.
You
I
look
mean,
so happy.
or sarcasm.
She was happy.
Look at you in that thing.
You
You
look
look
so
so
yo-
happy.
You look so young and
Well,
vibrant and energetic.
I was 12 years younger.
It's like you ate 4 of those cupcakes that's in your hand, and you're like,
And then
"Let's get the world."
blasted out of the freaking kick drum.
Yes, it was. You know what? It was a good
I want that
logo.
cupcake now.
It is
It
a good
was
logo.
such a
I
good
want like a
logo.
retro tee.
Yeah, it was, you know, I still use it occasionally. I have it in the store, so it was it was a good logo.
Let's
said
make an EGT pastry, and we'll just send people in, and that's how you'll know
What
that
is
they
it?
knew you from EGT.
Okay.
Would you make something tasty for us?
Yes. Do you want me to tell you right
Duh.
now what I'm
No,
gonna
I want
make?
something that has to do with cannoli. That's it. I mean, it's like my favorite flavor profile.
Okay.
These are just so damn good, and I'm trying to like slow roll it so I can devour it when
I
we're
mean,
off
I could
camera.
probably. Nah, that won't. Nah, I'll work on
Let's
it.
work on it together.
Yeah.
We don't
Maybe
have to
like
commit to it tonight.
2 big cannolis on each side with 1 small cannoli in the middle.
Like a
Happy
barbell
nuts?
cannoli.
No, you know, like it's a little cannoli sandwich with the guy in the middle.
I'm totally not.
Oh
no,
my
no,
God,
no.
that's
No,
funny as hell.
that was the porn reference.
The
Got
insulin.
it.
Ben goes the insulin cannoli.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I
Yeah,
thought
we'll
about
work
him
on it.
saying
We'll
that.
come up with
Yeah,
something.
let's
I
come
think
up with
that'll be
something
fun.
fun.
That'd be
So
cool.
then over the summer, people could come in and they just say, "Can I have the EGT?"
I
And then boom.
love that.
There it is. Maybe we'll figure out EGT and figure out some fun ingredients.
I'm trying to think of ingredients right now in my head
Eggs.
that match
That's in
that
a cannoli.
acronym, and I am not coming up with
Yeah,
it.
it is
That's in a cannoli.
extremely great to cannoli.
Yeah, we'll totally work on something. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah,
Cannoli is a new
it'd be
type
good
of
time.
cannoli. It's the EGT
cannoli.
cannoli.
It's the EGT
cannoli.
cannoli. That's the triple chunk chocolate cookie, right, AJ?
The turkey baster. Shit. All right, well, I'm done. I'm done talking.
The turkey baster. All right, guys.
All right.
I think we've come to a roadblock now. We've got beer in our hands, and I think we're acting like a fool now. So we can start to wrap it up.
Is it the beer or is it the sugar high?
I think it's both. For
I think
y'all.
it is the combination.
I'm just
of
going to
both
say
of these
yes.
beers. Yeah.
Yes, it's
do.
both. But this has been a delicious night.
Yes.
It has been absolutely a blast. Thank you so much for coming
I'm on a
Thank
diet.
and for sticking around for us. That was awesome.
I love your cookies.
I
And
love
you, thank you for driving an hour and coming from the Princeton area. I know it's
the
bougie
Princeton-
over
yeah,
there.
Yeah, it's totally
So
bougie.
thank you for doing that for us. But next time I will drive out to you, and then
I'll give you the full cannoli. You know what I'm saying?
the full
happening
cannoli.
here?
Your cannoli flavored beer needs to be called the full cannoli.
100%.
All right,
That would be a pastry stout. I haven't done a ton of pastry stouts, but I
there
would
you
do
go.
one for
Good. You're only 4 months in.
The
Yeah.
EGT pastry
I was
stout.
just gonna say.
The EGT could do
asking for the
Pastry
EGT
stout.
cannoli.
Pastry stout. Ben Irvine says extremely great treat.
Oh man.
EGT, the
Oh
extremely
yeah,
great
that's
treat.
great. Done.
Boom.
That sounds really easy, and I
Yeah.
feel like
It's got to be one of all of these things together.
Mashed together.
As one taste. Yeah.
It's just that as the base. Stick some cream in the middle. Smash it.
It's like
on
the
top.
showstopper
Oh, yeah, we
on
could do that.
It's like-
on
Yeah, of
on
course.
That's what we do already with
What is
that.
it? Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Like-
Yeah,
like the
those are
showstopper.
great.
a giant ball that turns into a bowling ball, and you have to knock down candle pins.
And listen, also I want a layer on the outside that has to be melted by a cream brulee torch that actually
There
sheds
you
off
go.
and opens up something
Can I be
in
on
the
this
center.
next show that we do
Could
this?
totally
And
do
can I
that.
just have some type of harness where I can fly into it?
That
Because
part
this is
too.
where it's headed. I'll wear freaking angel wings. I don't care. Whatever you need, I got you, PJ.
We'll say we didn't even know you were here, and you'll just come in with angel
swoop in.
wings
I
on a
think that'll be
freaking
fun.
harness.
I'll steal the cannoli, Pikachu cannoli,
The Bakushka cannoli.
taking bites of it up above you guys. Crumbs raining down. Like
See what
manna from
happens
heaven.
when you get 4 delicious beers open?
Did we just like plan a whole product
We
shoot for
did.
the
We
back
We did
studio?
like a whole entire shoot for the back
with a
studio.
ferry, flying ferry.
Yeah. Where's that magic dust coming from? It's just me chomping on the cannoli, rinsing out my beard.
Powder.
Just like
All right, I'm calling an end
All right,
to
that's
this.
it. Throw in the towel.
All right, guys. This is
Done with
PJ
you
along
guys.
with James. We are from Essential Guy Talk. We had Kimmee here from Confections of a Rockstar.
Thank you for the treats.
Asbury Park. Can't thank you enough. This
So
stuff is
good.
absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
And then
So
we have
good.
Drew Noel, who was telling us funny stories, acting a fool, and
Yeah.
he brought some absolutely delicious beer.
cheers.
He has been doing some big things already. So if you guys haven't checked them out, check them out. They are
Druery.
absolutely fantastic. The Druery up in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. And see you guys next week. In a couple of weeks, we have a wing eating challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're up for the challenge, I want you to reach out to us. I know Ben Irvine wants in on that eating challenge.
Yeah, how many participants do we need?
I
We
just
need
think 3. I think 3.
Is it
So
spicy?
Ben
No,
Irvine-
I don't want it to be spicy. I
Okay.
just want it to be messy. I'm gonna like
Okay.
do like barbecue sauce slathered.
If you do spicy, my wife is like a buck. She's 100 pounds. and
Really?
Your wife?
She's Asian. Well, she's Asian, but her family comes from like Hunan province. kind of
Oh,
thing.
so then American spicy is
Oh my-
nothing to her,
dude,
right?
no, man. Like,
They get such a kick out of like when you go to an Asian restaurant and you say, "Can I have it spicy?" They're like,
have you
"Yeah,
have you ever
sure."
had the bomb hot sauce?
Yeah, it's
She-
disgusting.
No, she can just that's like Tabasco to her.
I've had it and I hate it because there's no
Doesn't-
flavor.
it doesn't
It's
have
not
good flavor.
tasty.
But
It's
you know
just
the
chemical
spice,
burn.
right?
Yeah, of course.
Just
So
straight
anyway, if you
singer.
do a spicy one, I'll bring her on and she'll
Let's
just
go.
She'll make other people cry.
So what we're gonna do is an eating challenge and then a spicy eating challenge. Same day, 2 shows. We're gonna record both of them. So wifey's gonna be in on that one.
So we
May
need
2nd.
We need another contestant.
No,
Do you need
I don't do spice.
Do you need beer?
Never.
Brought that day.
Do I?
Sorry, stupid question.
Can you twist my arm, please?
Um,
Yeah, I absolutely need beer. I need beer always. So yes, you are always welcome to be here. But when you come, please bring some of this deliciousness because there's
only reason we invite you.
I also want you to bring the appropriate apparel as if you were going to a Gallagher performance.
yes.
Deal.
Cool. I want to come just to watch it.
You are always welcome.
Awesome.
You are a part of the EGT family now. You
Love
are
it.
always welcome. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, for sharing it on out for these businesses, but most importantly, for going and supporting them because that's what this is all about.
Go
so
get some stuff.
go get some absolutely amazing pastries. Your next birthday party, get her to make a cake. Please call like a month in advance, please.
Yeah, please.
Don't just call her tomorrow for the next day. And then go to the Druery and enjoy all of this different beer. He's not just doing hazies. The hazies are awesome, but he's doing porters. He's doing freaking hefes that are 10% hefes, or is it?
Yeah. It's a 10.2 Hefe.
10.2% hefe. He's got a really tasty stout. He's doing some awesome things. So thank you guys for joining us.
Totally.
James, you got anything else?
No, I'll see you guys next week. Looking forward to it. I don't
When he
even know
starts
what's
his
going
diet.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going back on my diet until next week.
Yeah. Happy wings for your bat wing.
Happy nuts. Happy nuts.